And cash prizes and hosted by Megastar Alexis, Texas. Friday, February 7th. Doors open at 8 a.m. Club Risque, Philly.
Xfinity here. How can we help?
Hi, my daughter invited her entire class to her birthday party. Can my Wi-Fi handle it?
Oh, well, at Xfinity, our latest gateways have tri-band Wi-Fi technology, letting you connect hundreds of devices at once.
No way. So if all the kids are watching stuff on their phones, well, their parents are sharing videos online.
Yep, go ahead and watch videos. They can all do their thing and party their way. No problem.
Oh, we are gonna need a bigger cake.
Now through March 21st, get fast, reliable 300 megabit Xfinity internet with unlimited data included and an unlimited mobile line for just $30 a month for 1 year. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless plan, auto pay with stored bank account. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Xfinity internet required. Reduce mobile speeds after use of monthly data included with your data option. Data thresholds and actual internet speeds vary.
Get Wawa Rewards' biggest deal of the year before it's gone. Any size hot coffee for $1. Any size iced coffee for $2. And a 16-ounce Monster Energy for $3. You can redeem these bonus offers every day, as many times as you want, now through February 16th. Don't miss it. $1 hot coffee, $2 iced coffee, and $3 Monster Energy drinks. Unlimited, now through February 16th. Gotta have a Wawa.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it. Did you know that 1 in 4 people seeking treatment for ED are under 40? So you're not alone. And even better, Hims can help. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. It all starts with an online intake form. From there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. Through hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? I think my battery's dead. With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
So what if I need a new one? We have the right Duralast battery for you, only at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
And what about my old battery? We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Andrew Perloff with an Odyssey Sports Minute sponsored by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. Old Trapper, what's your beef? By almost every metric, Eagles coach Nick Sirianni has gotten off to one of the best starts in NFL history. 4 years in, and he's won over 70% of his games, been to 2 Super Bowls, but there's still a big question about credit. Is it him or the talent? Sunday's result could go a long way to help determine the answer. It will take an outstanding coaching job to knock off the Chiefs. We'll see if Sirianni can do it. I'm Andrew Perloff.
94 WIP HD1 Philadelphia. Live from the Tasty Cake Studios. Sports Radio 94 WIP. An Odyssey Sports Station. This is WIP Goes to the Big Easy on Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Does the song actually make more sense now? Because now we're going to go back east?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, okay.
Cannot wait.
You know, I saw a wild stat, by the way.
What's that?
Speaking of the ridiculousness of this. I forget how many times in a row it is, but it's like at least 5 times in a row when a team like when the Super Bowl's in the middle of the country, like this, right? Like, so not on a coast, right? Not in California or whatever. The team that travels west, which would be the Eagles, right? Chiefs are traveling east to get here. The team that has traveled west has beat the team that's traveled east like 5 times in a row.
Is that right?
It makes
that's interesting.
It seems like it has nothing to do with anything, but it's a trend that fits the Eagles, so we're going to take it.
We're going to take it. We'll take everything we can.
We'll take that one and run with it.
I'll take it.
215-592-9494. We're going to be joined here in just a minute by Dan Orlovsky, ESPN analyst. His take on the game, on Jalen Hurts, on, of course, everything going on with Spagnuolo on the other side. I'm excited to see what he thinks about this matchup between these two teams, and especially Andy against Vic Fangio. It's a great, great matchup here. First, let's quickly, can we, I was gonna pull up Cowboy Jim, but Dan's pulling up right now, so we'll wait for Dan Orlovsky. Dan's going to join us now, and then we'll have Elliot Shore Parks later in the hour. Dan Orlovsky set to join us.
Man? Heard all that evil and hateful stuff he's said about the Eagles, man. Didn't like
on Radio Row. Dan Orlovsky, how you doing, man? Welcome. We got Dan Orlovsky here from ESPN as we get set for the Super Bowl on Sunday. Dan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Pretty good. Dan.
The Eagles are in the Super Bowl. We're great.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Hugh sitting over there. I'm
no, don't even try. I'm gonna ask you a question. Me and him have been arguing about all morning long, and I just want to know your opinion on this. What would you rather have? A good GM like Howie Roseman,
great
start your franchise, or a Hall of Fame quarterback like Patrick Mahomes?
A great GM. Because
seriously,
absolutely,
he gets it. We're football guys.
Great GM because it's the most dependent position in all of sports.
Okay,
the quarterback needs people to go and have a real chance to win a Super Bowl. If you think of the last 10 years in the NFL, I can name you probably 10 great quarterbacks that never won the Super Bowl. I mean, Matt Ryan, great quarterback, never won the Super Bowl.
That's a good one.
Matthew Stafford, great quarterback, had to leave because he wasn't going to win one.
He'd had the pieces around him.
Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen,
that makes
Joe
sense.
Burrow. So, like, the teams and the organizations, and you know this, that consistently even have the chance is more likely because their roster's really good than they got a great quarterback. The great quarterback can cover up a lot. He can. But over the course of time, you're not going to beat the other great quarterback that does have the good roster.
I got you. That makes sense. That makes sense when you put it like that.
I mean,
okay, Joe,
you
won.
That's the thing that people sometimes forget about Kansas City, too.
Yeah.
Is they were a playoff team when they drafted Patrick.
Yes, they were.
Alex Smith.
They went to the playoffs.
Yep.
And then Alex starts, and Patrick takes over, and they're just a loaded roster. And you got to give them credit that the roster hasn't really dipped since he's been there. But that's, again, the drafting by Brett Veach.
That makes sense. When you say it like that, that makes sense. When Kyle says it and Joe said, I don't listen to them because they don't know.
You show up like,
I believe
it's a win for me.
There we go.
Take it.
All right, Dan, let's talk about this game Sunday and specifically Jalen Hurts. It's been an interesting season. He's had a good year. They're in the Super Bowl. It's been up and down, though. The passing game at times been excellent, at times not so much. How much do you think they need out of Hurts in this particular game Sunday?
I think he's got to play one of his, if not his best games of the season. If we're just kind of drawing the picture of this game, number one, you're going against the best big game defensive coordinator in the NFL, in the history of the NFL. Certainly one of them. Number two, you're going against one of the best big game defensive tackles in the history of the NFL, Chris Jones. So you're people that have been there, done that against the best, and they show up. A defense that is 18 games, you guys know this stat, last 18 playoff games, they haven't given up a 100-yard rusher. Will they? I don't know. You certainly see if there's a team that's going to get 100, it'll be Philly and Saquon.
Yep.
But no one's done it. So that's you got to imagine and I've sat with Steve Spagnuolo, and one of the first questions you always ask him, keys to the game. What do you guys got to get done? And he'll give you that. We're going to stop the run. We're going to make you one-dimensional, no matter who they're playing. If there's a coach that is committed to doing that, he's one of them. And it'll be by stunts. It'll be by people. It'll be by run blitzes. You know those. So, that's going to be a big part. The second thing is the chaos that he is going to visually give Jalen on those 2nd and 7s, 3rd and 6s. It's hard. You don't know what you're looking at. You don't know where the defensive back pressure is coming from, what the coverage is going to be. That's going to be a big deal. So I've said all week, I think it's a second down game for Philly's offense. If they're not good on second down, if they're not really good on second down, they're climbing a big mountain. You got to get into 3rd and 4 consistently against this defense. So that you just got to imagine that this defensive coordinator with this defense is going to try all they can to put themselves in a favorable situation. And it's not going to be for Jalen. I'd be shocked if it was the Steelers or the Commanders game where the defense lines up and yells, hey, we're one safety's in the middle field, playing one-on-one on the outside, throw it to AJ. They're just not – that's not who they are.
Dan Orlovsky with us here on Radio Row. All right, the other side, Andy Reid, Vic Fangio. Who has the advantage there? They faced off a lot. I mean, they've both been in the NFL for decades. Now, they had that run where Fangio was the coach of the Broncos, right? And
yes, sir.
It didn't go well for him. But that I look at that more as, hey, his Broncos team wasn't very good.
Yes, sir.
But you go back over the years, it's pretty even. Andy's gotten him sometimes. He's gotten Andy. Where do you give the advantage there?
You give it to Andy Reid because he's, one of the greatest coaches of all time, and he's got the quarterback. But this is Goliath versus Goliath. This is giant versus giant. I mean, all the things that Kansas City loves to do on offense. Number one, they love to get in shrunk down formations and motions. The number one defense in the NFL versus motion is the Philadelphia Eagles, both by offensive production and quarterback play. Okay, the second thing they love to do is create yards after the catch for their offense. The quick passing game, the run pass options. The number one defense in the NFL versus the RPO, yards after catch, the Philadelphia Eagles. I think that the really interesting part of that battle is, I've said this all season long, and I've talked to Sirianni about it. I do not believe that there is a defense that runs with more people to the football and plays with better leverage to the football and punches at the ball better than Philly. And it's been a strength of theirs. Will it be again? If they don't punch that ball out, then advantage Kansas City. But you got a lot of skill players that maybe haven't been in this, like Xavier Worthy hasn't been in this world before. Hollywood Brown hasn't played a ton of football this year. So, there's going to be some opportunity for this defense to hunt. I was texting Slay about it a week or two ago. I said, why do you guys play so hard on defense? And he gave me the corny answer of we all care for each other. I said, y'all didn't care about each other last year?
That's a good retort, yeah.
You care about each other last year? He's like, I don't know. It's just different that we don't want to let each other down right now. And so I think it's a huge part of this
like
game.
R&B group members, man.
Yeah. Hey, it's Babyface.
You look at Arthur and James Jones came in here like they about to go sing later on.
What is he wearing, bro?
I think it's just singing right now.
Stay away from my girl, dog. For real.
You look like you put
Mr. Steal your girl over there.
It looked like he put a jean suit in the dryer for too long.
He about to sing out some blues ballads, don't he?
We got to get him a microphone. Just put him on right here.
Yeah, man.
You see James can't walk in. He won't none of that smoke.
He forgot to put the lynch sheet.
What is that
dryer.
sequence? Was that sequin outfit?
He got bedazzled jeans on.
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
Can't do this with you, but you don't know how to act in public, there.
It's the locker room, man. Man,
what is that, velvet?
Yeah, he taped cotton balls all over his jeans.
The louder you yell, the more we're out saying our welcome here. They're gonna say, get it.
I'm leaving at 1 o'clock anyway. They kiss my ass. They kiss my ass. I'm out of here at 1 o'clock.
Dan, sorry. So we've been debating today what kind of game we're gonna have Sunday. How many points the Eagles need to win this game? Fast track, 2 weeks to prepare. Does it favor the offenses? Or is it more of a defensive game? Because last time we saw it 2 years ago, and it was a little different, but it was 38-35 on that wet track. Do you expect it to be a higher scoring game, or is these defenses so good, maybe it's in the low 20s?
No, I think you're looking at a higher scoring game. Again, Andy Reid, this offense, obviously remarkable defense, but they're just so good over this time. And there's something about Saquon. Saquon has got that almost great quarterback aura, where quarterback goes. We're saying – don't bet against Patrick Mahomes, with all due respect, but I don't know how much I want to bet against Saquon.
Yeah,
he seems to be wired a little bit differently, and he's a special player. And, he's got that. Are you going to bet against 26 over the course of 4 quarters if he gets 20 touches? So I do think that both offenses have the chance to have a good game. Yeah.
Have you ever seen somebody's story change as quickly as Saquon Barkley's story?
No.
Because he went from, think about that. That dude played 5 years in the NFL.
He was a bust.
And basically for a lot of people, and come here.
Yeah.
And his
he's
career
star.
is that. Well, we're talking people are talking Hall of Fame
no,
stuff,
for
man.
sure.
And how
and
crazy
you know
is
what's
that?
crazy too? I said this a couple weeks ago. It is so rare. It's so rare that a player that is that talented is that good of a human being.
Yeah.
More often than not, when you're that good of a human being, it's because you're just good.
Yeah.
Or if you're that crazy talented, you got a little bit of a a-hole to you type thing.
Yeah.
He is just remarkable. And like everybody talked to him. I want Saquon to win it. I want Saquon to win one. Almost like we do with the quarterbacks.
Sure.
You know, like so. Yeah, he's one of one for sure.
Did you see this coming? Because when he signed here, like we all knew he was good and talented, but I was like, I don't know, he's 27. He's got a lot of tread on the tires. I thought he'd be good. I thought he'd be an upgrade over Miles Sanders, DeAndre Swift, but it took me a few weeks. Then I was like, wow, he still has all that ability. I didn't realize he'd be this great here.
I kind of saw it coming. I mean, I remember being on Get Up being asked, and I was like, oh, he's going to go for over 2,000 yards. I would be lying if I told you I saw 60-yard touchdowns on the weekly basis. I think the one thing that was a little bit of a question mark is he wasn't a great vision back in New York. And there were times where he would hit a hole and times where he didn't. And you're trying to figure out why. And was the offensive line played that bad? Was he stopping his feet in the backfield that consistently? And the fact that he's been allowed to have that vision, you've seen that greatness. That's actually been a strength of his. And so the way the place is run, the way the roster's built, the way that the coach, I mean, Nick Sirianni's developed a lot this year. The first 5 or 6 weeks, I was very critical of him.
He was a bubblehead.
Yeah,
we called him a bubblehead.
You were the only one.
He did a bubblehead.
He did a lot of stuff. You're like, why are you doing that? And so he's grown a lot throughout the season. You have to give him a lot of credit for, and obviously the young talent has been sensational.
Yeah, they've been great. Dan, we appreciate hopping on. Great stuff.
Nice shoes, by the way, too, dog. Those are nice.
This is my wife, man. This is my
your
wife.
wife got your drip right, dog.
You got the right color. You got the green.
Somehow she picked out a lot of green.
Oh, okay.
Because she know what's up. She know what's up.
I told her we had a flight booked for her, and I want her to come down, and she's like, I can't go. And I was like, why? She's like, if I go, they'll lose. I'm like, it don't work. Because we've been to like 5 Eagles, 5 Phillies games the last like 3 or 4 years. They've only won one.
Oh, you got to stay out of the building then. No, she's right.
Yeah.
No, she's totally right.
She does not want that pressure.
Yeah, well, she made the right call.
Yeah.
All right,
she's
Dan,
a
man.
psycho.
We appreciate
you,
it.
man.
Thanks for hopping
Appreciate
in.
you guys.
Dan Orlovsky,
My man.
ESPN there.
Yeah.
There he is, 215-592-9494. That's how you hop in here. I count that as a win. Did you see that? You hear that? GM over the quarterback.
I tell you, in the way
football guys, Kyle.
You know what?
Guys,
in the way
you or Orlovsky.
And you know what? Y'all should take notes from that because the way he explained it, I understood. Y'all ain't got yelling, screaming at me all the time.
Or there's an argument to be made that you just respect his opinion more.
Talk to me like I'm a grown man sometimes.
On
you
this
ain't got to
show?
yell at me.
On this show? You're yelling at Acho over here.
He was dressed like an R&B singer.
He was.
You didn't see?
He was.
And then you saw Bobby Lashley walk past too, right? He had on his little silk outfit.
Yeah.
Bobby the wrestler.
I know Bobby Lashley.
Yeah. I don't know. I ain't say that one too loud though.
No, you don't want to mess with him.
Hey, but listen, I ain't soft though. Bobby Lashley get this smoke.
I don't know. I don't know if you want that smoke.
Hey, listen, as he walks way over there, Bobby Lashley get this smoke.
I got to tell you, that might be a battle you don't want
to. You might not be making it back.
I ain't afraid of Bobby Lashley.
You
come get some of this.
I don't know if you want that.
Hey, Joe, I'm leaving about 40 minutes. I don't care.
He was pushing the envelope here. All right, 215-592-9494. So that was my favorite guest of the week for 2 reasons. Well, he agreed with me on Howie Mahomes, and he agreed with me on points. It's going to be a higher scoring game on Sunday.
You know, he made a lot of sense, and he came in with the drippy. He had the nice little shoes on.
Well, and the green shoes and green tie. I think we know where his.
I like how he went straight into character when we started roaching Acho and James Jones.
He just did it too.
But did you see that? I wish we're on camera right now. I wish they would have panned the cameras to see these outfits.
Yeah. No, they were
like,
wild.
dude, they are dressed for later. If they wear that later on this evening, that they ought to be ashamed of themselves. They wore that to get exactly what they wanted. Everybody looking at it. James Jones had like a what's them old couches that had like the leather couches that had the little gold things in it, like he pushed them in.
Yes.
He looked like he took all them off the couch and put it on his jacket.
So basically saying he was just like a couch. The guy looked like a couch.
Hey, I ain't never go on their show anyway.
No.
So
and that invite you might have got is out. It's out. 215-592-9494.
Please, somebody take a picture of that on the internet for they put
it'll be out.
This is going to go
Don't you worry
viral.
about that. Twitter question sponsored by the PI Dental Center. Your smile is the first thing others see when they meet you. Learn about and schedule your evaluation at PIDentalCenter.com. Which side of the ball needs to win this game for the Eagles? Offense or defense? 63% are saying the defense. Those people are obviously wrong today. And then this one is interesting. Who is more valuable in terms of starting a franchise with
Patrick Mahomes
or Howie Roseman? Howie Roseman winning it, Hugh. Howie Roseman is winning the vote.
No, that was a good one, though.
Deal with that.
That was a
All
good
right.
one.
Let's go to Cowboy Jim. I was going to pop up. And then we said, nope, we got to put him on hold for Dan Orlovsky. What's up, Cowboy Jim?
I'm going to make a stupid prediction like Bam and say Carson Wentz throws a TD pass, and it's going to be the game-winning, and he wins MVP. So that's just as bad as Bam.
Stop. Ridiculous.
Come on, can't you see Carson Wentz holding up that trophy?
No.
Oh,
well, no.
man.
Here's what I could say. I could see if he comes in, he stinks it up. That's what I could say.
Boy, this level of confidence.
Stephen A. here?
You heard me
This
yelling.
level of confidence
I'm sorry.
is
we all
I'm
heard.
only here for about 40
we all
minutes.
heard,
we going home.
Kyle's going to flip out. Go ahead, Cowboy Jim.
This level of confidence is getting way out of hand. Come on. I remember the 49ers were a better offense, better defense. You know, they were a high-powered team. Didn't work out too good for them, did it? You know? So Kansas City, I think, is going to pull this out.
You hope.
38-35.
You hope.
Oh, you're doing the same scores last year, Jim?
I'm going to be in the same spot I was the last Super Bowl with those two teams. I'm going to be in Punta Cana at the same hotel, the same room watching it. 38-35.
I don't give a shit.
Well, you enjoy it, Jim, and that's enough of that. I don't need Jim today. Why don't even put up his phone call? I don't need that
He's
today.
banned tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh no, Kyle, we cannot on a Super Bowl Friday have Jim. He's out.
I just want Acho and James to walk back past so I can take a picture.
You think after you were yelling at them like that, they'll come
Probably
back
not.
here?
That's why I got to sneak and take a picture. Boy, I tell you.
It did look like an R&B group. I mean, you're right.
Hey, Joe, I'm glad. I'm glad we're leaving today.
Yeah, you know who else is? The host committee, the city of New Orleans. They're happy we're out too.
Boy, I swear for
and
Jesus.
Kyle.
I swear for Jesus, if I see them out tonight, I'd have let them have it with those outfits they got on. He got on like a seafoam blue.
It was like a rug. It was like a rug, a 1980s rug.
It was like you could have picked lint off that thing for days.
One lint roller is not enough. All right. Before we go any further here, we got to remind everyone it's Sunday. So tomorrow we're back.
Sunday.
We're back in Philadelphia tomorrow. We'll do our show on our last football Friday of the year.
Last football Friday before the Super Bowl.
Kind of bittersweet. By the way, Nick Sirianni was asked today if he's going to cry again. Did you see that?
And he should cry.
No. We talked about this last week. Lock in. That was last time. We got to lock in this time. But we'll be back in Philadelphia tomorrow doing the show. But Sunday, Hugh, live casino is where we're doing the pregame show. You can come out. There's a WIP watch party. Sunday live casino. It's a great spot. I did a lot of leading off for the Phillies like 2 or 3 years ago from that spot. It's a cool spot. Tons of TVs, huge TVs, good food, obviously drinks. Are they going to feed us?
Yeah.
I mean, if we ask enough on the air, I'm sure we'll get some food. But we're going to be there Sunday starting at 3 o'clock doing the pregame show, countdown to kickoff, and then the pregame show. We probably could have asked in a more subtle way than, are they going to feed us? As I say, come on out to the
That's
thing.
the simple things.
Yeah,
life,
no, I
bro.
know. I know.
The simple thing.
All right, let's go back to the phones here. Violet in Virginia's up. Hey, Violet.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on, Violet?
How are you?
Hey, Violet.
Pretty good.
What's going on?
I'm so excited. I'm so nervous. I'm here with my friend Susan. We're both Eagles fans. So I'm getting my hair done. She's been my friend forever.
Oh, heck.
Oh, my God, guys.
Getting ready for the big weekend.
We're officially the salon show. We're on in the salon.
We're on in the salon.
Go ahead.
All right, then. Tell everybody in the salon I said, hey.
Some shows are the barbershop shows. We are the salon show.
Hey, listen. We're all inclusive over
I have to apologize, though, for yesterday. I gave wrong stats. It was the stats for the year, for this year.
Don't ever
I think they
apologize
were
for giving stats. You never do, because I get wrong stats like every day.
Yeah, we're not very accurate.
We're not the math
Well, I
show.
think they were talking about the playoffs with the Kansas City and the rushing, and I thought they were talking about this year in rushing. But regardless, I think it comes down to defense. Defense wins championships. But having said that, when we get turnovers, we need to capitalize. And we need ball control. And I do want your take on, because nobody's really talked about special teams.
Special teams
has
is
been good.
well, 2 years ago, Violet. Special teams killed us in that Super Bowl.
Yeah, special teams have been pretty good.
Well, except Jake Elliott. I mean,
well,
we didn't,
okay.
Did you forget?
You know what?
You forget
honestly,
about Jake?
When you said special team, I was thinking about the coverage. And
Oh,
things of
well, that
nature.
has been good.
Yes, coverage is great. Yes, I'm a little nervous with Jake, but that's the only part I'm really nervous with. I think everybody else is going to have an outstanding game, and I think Jalen is going to shine.
He's going to do his thing. I agree with that.
I think he needs to, Violet. It's a good phone call. Thank you for streaming us in the salon. I didn't know we were a salon show.
Oh, we're streaming on the salon?
Well, she's in Virginia.
I didn't know we was on the YouTube in the salon.
We're actually live right now on all those platforms.
Hey, how y'all doing?
So you could watch us, stream us, whatever you want to do. But
have we been streaming all day though?
No, since 1 o'clock.
Okay, that's good. Excuse me, since y'all saw me streaming this morning. I was drenched. That walk over here was brutal.
Yeah, It
was warm in New Orleans. Hey, Kyle.
He was sweating.
It was warm this morning, dog.
Smelling a little sour.
Oh, dude, listen, because I put my you can see me. I got my airplane clothes on. Right, I put some pants on.
Oh, you really are ready to get out of here,
bro. Listen.
You gotta catch a flight.
You got your suitcase next to you too?
No, we workshopped that, but
yeah, we wanted to bring them.
Security here was a little tight.
Yeah, we couldn't get them in the building.
We didn't want to bring Hugh's pink suitcase.
This big old pink suitcase too. No shame.
So we left it back. We left it back at the hotel. We got to pick that up. No, but we got here and Hugh said he was drenched, and then I looked up and
man, my back I had my back was all wet. It was crazy, man.
I thought you were gonna buy one of those $200 shirts out there.
It did. Like we're seeing people early, right? And my shirt looked like somebody just poured water on it. And I was like, my bad. Yeah, it was weird.
It was a little bit. Yeah, that was not normal. All right, 215-592-9494. All right, last segment of the week here for us in New Orleans coming up. Elliott Shore Park's gonna pop in.
I don't think he's gonna make it.
Elliott?
Did he get banged up last night?
No, guess what? Elliott didn't come out last night.
He did. He pulled a Hugh.
He said he had to work last night.
He pulled a grown up. He pulled a
grown up. And then my first I was like, work, you tweet and you talk on the air.
Why you diminish what he does for a living?
Well, when I hear
you say you said tweets out, that's not a job.
Well, the rest of us can manage to do both.
Ooh, these tweets be making me. Hey, listen, these tweets be making me so tired.
Well, it made me wonder if he has to craft them. Like if he spent hours crafting the tweet.
You know how long it take? You know how long it take to make a tweet, Joe? 5 minutes.
Especially his tweets that have to have like that. There's the one sentence in there where you're just like, dude, what are you talking about? Like Mahomes and Hurts are basically the same.
So you think that
takes
counts
time
for a whole night of work?
That takes time, yeah.
All right, maybe I'm not understanding what Elliott does. All right, I was like, where's Elliott? Why didn't he come out today? He's working. What are you talking about? It's 10 o'clock. 215-592-9494. Your phone calls. Elliott's going to hop in, and I'm going to show you how it's done when it comes to going behind enemy lines. We know Hugh Douglas famously during the Carolina week went on Carolina radio and basically said the Eagles were going to lose.
But we got to win, though.
I know, but you cowered at the hands of the enenemy.
I said anything is possible.
And I went on a Kansas City station, and I tried to tell them they're getting blown out.
You trash talk.
We'll have fun with that next. 215-592-9494. It is the Midday Show, live on Radio Row, Sports Radio 94 WIP.
All right, let me tell you about Hatfield Bacon. I'm down here at the big game, man, and I tell you, that's probably why I've been so ornery. I ain't had a chance to get no bacon. But Hatfield Bacon is the MVP of your big game party. You'll score big with recipes made with Hatfield Bacon. Recipes such as bacon wrapped tater tots, Bourbon Street bacon pub mix, bacon ranch cheese pinwheels, bacon nachos, or bacon pizza. Now, all of that sounds like a championship lineup for Philadelphia. With so much variety, like maple brown sugar and hardwood smoked bacon, you're guaranteed to dominate the flavor game. Head to simplyhatfield.com and put some pork on your fork.
Join Sports Radio 94 WIP Sunday starting at 3 for the official WIP Big Game Watch Party live in Live Casino Hotel Philadelphia. Catch the WIP pregame show with Joe Giglio and Hugh Douglas, followed by the big game on the big screen, synced up with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick.
Touchdown!
Then stick around for the postgame show, the official WIP Big Game Watch Party live in Live Casino Hotel Philadelphia. Sunday starting at 3 with Sports Radio 94 WIP. Sponsored by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
I'm Chelsea Messenger, here to help you beat the books with the BetMGM Network. Portland will try to add their 5-game win streak. The Blazers have won 5 straight and are just 3.5 games out of the play-in spot in the Western Conference. The Blazers have their offense clicking during the streak, averaging over 120 points a game. The play tonight in the NBA is taking the over between Portland and Sacramento. I'm Chelsea Messenger from the BetMGM Network. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today. Please gamble.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay is my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
At Tompkins Community Bank, business as usual becomes business accomplished with personal advice that helps you achieve big dreams. It's business accelerated with powerful banking solutions and fast, effective answers. And business amazing with cash management solutions that help you manage your growing success. Don't choose business as usual. Choose powerful and personal. And the best banking relationship you'll ever have. Tompkins, your bank of choice. TompkinsBank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Join Eva Graham at Chickies and Pete's in South Philly tomorrow night at 6 for a special Bud Light Super Bowl pep rally. Win signed Eagles merchandise, take a Super Bowl selfie, and win tickets to the 2025 Eagles home opener tomorrow night at Chickies in South Philly with Bud Light.
Lease the Acura RDX for just $459 per month at Elite Acura, just off 73 North in Maple Shade. No one beats Elite.
$59.99 down plus tax and fees. Get ready for everyone's favorite wing eating competition in Philadelphia. The original Wing Pull at Cheerleaders Philadelphia takes place this Friday. Hosted by the Black and Tan Sports Guys. Enjoy Cheerleaders' famous legs and eggs breakfast starting at 8 a.m. Cast your vote for your favorite wingette. Plus an appearance by special guest commissioner, the legendary El Wingador. It all goes down this Friday at 8 a.m. at Cheerleaders Philadelphia. You don't want to miss the original Wing Pull.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, bike shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet,
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security,
5 years.
and 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Massifort, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo.
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Save 60% off all window styles and 0 interest for 2 years. Visit windownation.com.
Super Bowl 59, one game, two teams, endless possibilities. And there's no better way to make every play more exciting than with FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge Casino. Whether you're predicting the first touchdown, who will take home the MVP trophy or the coin toss, FanDuel makes it easy to place your bets and feel the thrill of every moment. With live betting all game long, you can jump into the action, adjust your bets, and ride the wave of excitement from kickoff to the final whistle. Plus, to make the Super Bowl even sweeter, new customers can score $200 when you make your first bet. Just place a $5 bet, and if you win, you'll get $200 in bonus bets. Download the app or head to FanDuel.com/GIGLIO and bet with FanDuel, official partner of Super Bowl 59. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of 94 WIP.
21 plus in President, Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from
We can be twinsies
to
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com. Show the coupon at the pharmacy and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go: shortness of breath, fatigue, I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Today's Chiefs fans are just yesterday's Cowboys fans. Eagles, Chiefs, the Super Bowl. Pre-game starts Sunday at 4 on your exclusive home for the NFC champion Philadelphia Eagles.
Man, let's go.
Sports Radio 94 WIP. Eavesdropping on the enemy.
We haven't done this in a while. Welcome back, Midday Show. We're live from Radio Row in New Orleans. Elliott Shore Park set to join us. But, Hugh, a couple days ago, I went on with the Kansas City station, the guys that have been next to us the whole time. And I tried to handle myself, like an enemy, going behind enemy lines and making sure, I told them what was going to happen in this game. And it reminded us of when you had the chance to do this back in December. You went on a Carolina station before the Eagles and the Panthers game.
And what I do?
Well, you kind of quivered at the sight of the enemy.
I quivered?
Yeah,
It was a disaster.
The wordplay on this station, the wordplay on this show.
Let's hear that when Hugh went on and cowered at the Panthers hosts.
You mentioned the fact that the teams that the Eagles have played throughout this 8-game win streak have been tomato cans. Do you give Carolina a puncher's chance to either keep this close, maybe even outright win this contest? Or do you feel like it's one where the Eagles can run away and hide?
Don't laugh at that.
Oh, no doubt, man. Listen, the Carolina Panthers have been playing well the last couple of weeks. Like I said, it feels to me like even though, he threw with 98 yards last week, if I'm not mistaken, 1 TD. I mean, man, that's pretty big for a guy that a lot of people started to write off. I never thought Bryce Young was done. I'm glad he's having this resurgence. Because, Willie P., like playing that quarterback position nowadays, man, that's highly stressful. And if you're not showing right away, teams tend to throw you to the wayside. So I'm happy that he's having this bit of resurgence, and I hope he does better. And with that being said, I'm a little bit concerned about the fact that he's playing well coming into Philadelphia. No question about it.
Coward.
I mean, you had the chance there to put them in their place. You didn't.
I had a chance to put them in their place.
Basically, we ordered his jersey for Bryce Young after that cut. I mean,
never came.
So, all right, so a couple of days ago, and then we'll welcome Elliott. And I went on the Kansas City station, and they asked me what was going to happen in the game, and I tried to tell them.
What'd you tell them?
Joe Giglio with us here on 96.5 The Fan. Heard you yesterday, 42-7 or something like that.
Close enough. Close enough. Double-digit victory for the Eagles.
All right, give me why. Tell me why you feel that way.
All right, so I was laying out yesterday why I don't think it's crazy the Eagles win this game by margin. And I get it. Mahomes has lost, 4 or 5 games in his career by 8 or more points. I understand how rare it is. I look at the Eagles right now, guys. They are, I think, the better roster from top to bottom. You guys are the better coach, better quarterback. But I noticed over the last, 5-6 weeks, your run defense has not been as good. Saquon Barkley has had explosive runs, especially on turf. We went to L.A. in late November, ran for 255. So if Saquon gets going early and the Eagles can get up on the Chiefs, which 2 years ago, before the Jalen Hurts fumble in the second quarter, it felt like the game was kind of going that way. Obviously, it changed there. I just think there's a path for the Eagles, if they play the way they did in the passing game 2 weeks ago and Saquon, to really get moving offensively and kind of put the pressure on the Chiefs to score. And Kansas City this year offensively, last week was the first 30-point game, so that's not really the space that Chiefs live in with a lot of points. So I laid it out. Most of my audience told me I was crazy yesterday.
See, Hugh, it's not that hard.
We did the same thing.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
I told them they were going to get blown out, and you put Bryce Young in the Hall of Fame.
No, but we did the same thing. Because let me tell you how I look at this. Joe brought facts and stats to the table of the way that they played the last few weeks.
And you brought fear.
Wait a minute. And then I did the same thing because in the previous few weeks when they were playing, he did play better. Am I wrong in that statement? Am I wrong in that assessment?
but you also ripped the Eagles like they were playing tomato cans.
No, but they were playing tomato cans at that point.
They weren't.
They were.
No. All right, let's bring on Elliott. He's with us for our final segment here of the week. Let's
have
Elliott can be the tiebreaker. Elliott, what do you make?
Yeah, I mean, look, as a fellow plant-based guy, I think what you heard Hugh give was just accurate analysis. The Eagles
at the time.
The Eagles almost, and for what it's worth, they almost did lose that.
It's not about who's right or wrong. It's about poking the
Well, that's
station.
exactly right. Yeah. So
it was also the game after they played the Ravens, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
The tomato
That
can
kind of
thing
cooks
is
the
all
whole
up.
tomato can argument.
Again, I just think it was accurate analysis by Hugh.
It was
and
accurate
We'll
analysis.
see who ends up being more right, Hugh's analysis or Joe's analysis. But I do agree with you, Joe. Like, I'm going on the Kansas City station later. Yeah, I'm explaining why Jalen Hurts is the better quarterback in the game.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
That should go over.
That
swimmingly.
dog is gonna hunt. I feel it's gonna hunt. He's gonna do a good job.
Full
I don't think they're ready
disclosure
for
for the tomato can argument, we had just come off of beating the Commanders, Rams, and Ravens consecutively.
Those aren't tomato cans.
No,
They
one
were
was in the
tomato
NFC
cans.
Championship game, one in the divisional round.
Well,
and
now
then
of
the
course,
Ravens.
now we look like the
Consecutively.
Rams were on life support at the time, and we didn't know what the Commodores were gonna be.
Well, you need to know.
Only legit one you could say that I probably was move the line on a little bit was the Baltimore
Well,
Ravens.
you can move the line massively. I mean, the
I didn't
line
move
is
the
the line's in the scoop
little
already.
little line moving,
Yeah.
not a massive
It was
line
not
moving.
one of your better moments.
Little line
Yeah.
moving, not a whole lot.
And the best part was Hugh didn't realize we could hear it, and then we found the audio, and he wasn't happy.
You mentioned the fact that the teams
Yeah, he
that the
thought he was
Eagles
in
have
a safe
played throughout
space.
this 8-game win streak have been
No, I
tomato
didn't.
cans.
No, I didn't.
All
You're
right.
free to let it just go.
Yep.
No, I didn't.
All right,
That ain't
Elliot,
true.
let's get into what's going on here, and then we'll throw a couple things at you. But so the Eagles spoke today. No Jalen Carter again. Illness.
Yeah, no Jalen Carter today.
2 days. That's 2 days in a row. Illness.
2 days in a row. He was limited to practice yesterday with the illness. I think this is about keeping him away from the teammates in a setting like this. He was at practice. Obviously, he was limited.
What, he got the cooties?
I don't know. They didn't list the illness. They didn't put limited with cooties. But
that would have got some traction.
Yeah, that would have gotten picked up. I mean, I think at this point you just have to assume that come Sunday he'll be good to go.
He better be good.
It's not like
Joe.
he's not going to play, right?
Yeah, he gotta
And
play.
I think that they, with that medical staff, with the trainers, I'm sure they'll have him nice and IV'd up and ready to go.
Anything else stand out today? I did see Sirianni said he wasn't ruling out crying again if the emotion got him.
Which I love as a
we
again,
gotta
a
lock
plant-based
in.
emotional
We-
guy.
Go ahead and cry, man. If
hold
that's
on.
what you feel.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah.
on.
Well, were you anti-crying?
No, I was
Yeah,
fine
yeah,
with the
that.
crying last time.
What's your issue with emotions? This might be an anti-Sirianni guy thing.
No,
by the way.
no.
Yeah, I don't know if this was brought up.
I
Yeah,
did
I
bring
agree.
it did come up Friday.
Were you ruled a Sirianni guy?
I was at the end of the show.
I-
Hey,
By
barely,
one
barely.
by
Kyle,
one.
Kyle, I think this might be a
Barely.
Hold on.
We might have to pull it back and put it back under review.
Is it a lot for me to ask for him to lock in for 60 minutes?
Well, let's phrase this another way. Do
You want him to be something that he's not.
Well, no. I mean, do you want him to care about the game?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then that's what the crying is.
There's been 59 Super Bowls. They've all these coaches have cared. How many cry?
So people express emotions different ways.
I
don't know what you
agree
want me
with
to
that,
tell
but
you.
Let that man cry. if he
I
wanna
understand.
cry.
No.
He can ball the whole game for all I care.
He won't even pay attention to what's on the field if he's crying.
Well, we can figure it out.
So-
Sounds like he cries quite a bit. I feel like he's used
What would
to
you
it.
rather see or not see? Coach Sirianni crying on the sideline or AJ Brown reading the book during the Super Bowl?
Oh, the book's fine. The book's fine.
You take this book during the Super Bowl?
Yes, I don't want my head coach crying. I was fine with it once, but that was like his first time in the
I
game,
don't
right?
know.
He's probably thinking about his whole life and career to this point. Act like you've been there.
I don't
now.
know. The reading the book at the Super Bowl might be a little much, Joe.
You know who
Well,
watched it?
imagine how much whatever that book is,
Yeah.
they would pay to be that book. You got.
Oh, you know, Buddy was walking around here.
Oh, is
was
he here?
I
That's not
saw him.
surprising.
I forgot his name, but I saw him because he had on the Eagles jersey. He was around here.
Well, what
Was it an AJ Brown one? I would
It
hope.
better be.
You know what? I think it was.
I'm sure. Yeah, that dude owes AJ Brown quite a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
He probably put him in a position to get that
Of
jersey.
course. What's the
Yeah.
cost for a commercial? Like $10 million? Like that's what it would be like for the guy with the book if AJ's holding
Yeah.
it there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, Elliot, we were discussing today offense, defense. Like if you had to put the pressure on one side to win this game, which side is it? I was on the offense.
Oh, it's easy. Yeah.
I'm shocked. I mean, we have Elliot. Let's attack it from this way because we have a lot of our callers today, and Hugh and Kyle, but a lot of our callers thinking that the defense is just going to do what it's done
Kyle got to
all
ride
year.
the D.
Yeah, Kyle's
Kyle
riding
gotta
the
ride the
D.
D.
you go.
Defense is going to
Riding the D all season.
do what it's done
Yeah.
all year. I'm like, wait, it's Mahomes and Reed. They have 2 weeks to prepare. They're going to put some points on the board.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean defense is a luxury. It's like Hugh's been saying all
Been saying
season.
all-
Until today.
And it's a luxury that they have a great defense, but that's not how they're going to win this game. If they win this game, it will be because of the offense. And if you're counting on the defense to shut the Chiefs down to a point where they're winning a low-score game, could it happen? Sure, anything could happen. But I think the most likely path and the surest path to winning this is the offense coming out and capitalizing on all the talent they have. Saquon having a great game. AJ, Devontae, who have made plays against this Chiefs defense. And Jalen Hurts going out and being Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts all season's made big plays on third down. He has a #1 adjusted accuracy in the NFL. When throws are there to be made, he makes them. They're going to need 30-plus points to win this game. I'd be very, very surprised if they scored less than 30 and won the game. So absolutely the pressure is on the offense.
So I put the bar at 27, but you and I are in the same space. Like
Yeah.
they need to be upper 20s, 30s. Otherwise, like if they're at 24, they're losing.
Well, think about this. So in the Super Bowl in 2022, right? The defense gave up 24 points, and everybody thought they were awful in that game, right? So I view this as like shutting down Mahomes and Andy. I think in the Super Bowl is like borderline impossible.
I agree.
Like, and I don't think this, to me, what the Chiefs have done this year means honestly basically nothing to
Well,
them.
and they're also
Yeah.
getting better, if you know.
Yeah.
Like, and the title game, that was their best performance all season.
Yep,
like they're
100%.
peaking now.
And it's not a coincidence that their best performance of the season came in the game where they needed their best offensive performance of the season. I just think the Chiefs are a team where if they need to score 30, they'll score 30. If they need 33, they'll score 33. So this is going to come down to some possessions in the fourth quarter and the Eagles capitalizing. And if they have the final possession, it's on the offense.
I mean, are Hugh and Kyle, are you starting to come around here? This is a football guy
No,
hour.
no,
First,
this-
Dan
this-
Orlovsky, now Elliot Shore-Park's telling you the exact same thing.
No, this is the argument that we've heard all day.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's not very convincing because the
Why?
way you frame it is like you expect this defense to do what it's done all season. Why wouldn't I?
Because this is the best offense they will have faced.
Yeah, but they're not. No, it's not the best offense
Yes, it
they
is.
faced this year. You're out of
Yeah.
your mind.
Okay,
That's totally not true.
Okay, if you had to win the Super Bowl and you had to face Jaden Daniels and Washington's offense or Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense, who would you rather face?
Why-
Exactly.
why is it-
You'd rather
no,
face-
no,
you'd
no,
rather
no,
face
why is it
Daniels.
Jaden Daniels versus Mahomes? How about like
Pick- all right,
Lamar
pick-
and
how
the
about
Ravens?
this?
Like
Lamar or Burrow?
Okay,
Lamar.
yeah, Pitt. Would you rather face Mahomes and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl or Lamar and the Ravens?
I would pick. I would probably rather face Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. Like,
Yeah,
why
I just
wouldn't
think I think that's a losing
What are you
formula.
talking about? They
Because
just scored
we've
30
seen-
points for the first time all season.
Yeah, first of all, we saw last year the attrition of going to a Super Bowl and what it does to a team, right? So it is hard when you've gone to two straight to tell me that a week 18 game or 8, whatever it was, against the Raiders means a lot to this team and that they're bringing their A game. When the Chiefs have to bring their A game, there is no offense in the NFL I would least rather face than Patrick Mahomes, Andy
I think that's
Reid, and
crazy.
that
I think you're just hung up on the name.
Well, why? But let me ask you.
But I think we're also
that
we're
offense hasn't been good
discounting.
for 2 years.
No, but you're discounting the last 5 weeks. They are becoming that offense again.
Not really.
Well, but also Kyle,
They just scored 32
They just
points
played
last
the
week.
Bills defense.
Oh, we're acting like the Bills are the worst defense in the league.
They
probably-
didn't have a very good defense.
And Kyle, you say I'm hung up on the name, right? Like, oh, it's just because it's Mahomes and Andy Reid. Well, yeah. Why do you think that name means something? why do you think?
Synonymous with win.
No, because
Yeah.
it's like
But not
folklore
this
at this
weekend.
point. It's like you hear Mahomes and you think, wow, like, he is a great quarterback.
Yeah, y'all
but their
put him up on
offense
the
this year
pedestal.
averages 22 points per game. That's terrible.
I think that is
not
more
good.
I think that is more the result of just coming off winning 2 straight Super Bowls and not being at their A game all year. In the Super Bowl, in the biggest game of the year, in the game they're going for a three-peat, I do not believe Mahomes and Andy Reid are going to lay an egg.
Well,
I just don't. You
so
can bank on
I
that.
don't
but
agree
I
that that's a product of what they've needed to do. We have the same argument with the Eagles. Like, if the Chiefs could have won games more comfortably this year, they would have. It was
I
down
agree.
to their offense not being that good.
They did not play great football all year. I agree with that. I think
because
where
their
we
offense
disagree.
isn't good.
No, but I think where we disagree is I think that's just a result of like 2 straight Super Bowls. It's hard to get up for a week 8, 9 game, whatever. I think in the Super Bowl, when they have 2 weeks to prepare, the biggest game, you're going to see Mahomes and Andy Reid at their best. And when Mahomes and Andy Reid are at their best, there is no better quarterback.
But
head
this
coach
is an issue
combination.
dating back to last year.
But
this
I also
isn't just
think
coming
that-
off
But they
of
won
2
the
Super
Super Bowl.
Bowls.
I know,
They
I
won
won
the
last year
Super Bowl
too.
last year. They won the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, scoring 25 points in overtime. So we're talking about them putting 30 on this defense. Doesn't make sense.
No, but it's not about 30. The Eagles need to get to a certain number to clear them. Like, what I don't. Do I think they're getting to 30? No, but they're.
But I've been
I'd be
hearing 30
shocked.
all show, and like,
But they could absolutely get to 30, to be clear. Like
I
that is a very real
don't,
possibility.
Yeah, I don't agree at all.
I'd be shocked if the Chiefs are not in the mid-20s. Like, I'd be shocked if
Well,
this
and
game
for-
is 17-14.
And I know they have. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you got it. But I was about to say, if they score like that, we're talking about some serious defensive breakdowns. I don't see that being the case. I think man for man, we match up well with them. But now when we talk about scoring all these points, to me, the only way that happens is if it's a lot of blown assignments in that secondary.
See, I don't know if it's a lot of breakdowns. Like, I could see the Chiefs kicking 4 field goals and scoring 2 touchdowns. That's 26 points.
Well, and the one thing too about their offense is if you look, they're in the late 20s quite a bit. I know they average 22, so that's what they averaged out to. But it's not like, I saw when you look at their highest scoring games, it is pretty consistently 25, 25, 26, 26. So they do get in the high 20s. So I know the defense has arguably been the better unit this year, but the money, the best players are still on the offensive side of the ball. And when you have a game like this to win, counting on Zach Bond to be the reason they win and not Jalen Hurts or Saquon Barkley, maybe it could happen. The defense has been great, but to make sure they win, they have to, absolutely have to get an outstanding offense performance.
Pretty compelling argument.
But so I'm not letting the offense off the hook. I'm not saying we're going to need 17 points to win this game. I think that's crazy to expect that. But I just feel like the way we're talking about this game, that just because it's Mahomes and Andy Reid, all of a sudden, it's like our defense and what they've worked for this whole season doesn't matter. We have 19 weeks of evidence that this is the best defense in football. They're going to be a problem Sunday for the Chiefs.
And I think the fact that they have the best defense in football is why they have a chance in this game, right? The whole thing with the line this week, they're underdogs in the game, and people are like, well, they have the better roster. Yes, I think they are a great team, and that's why they are close when it comes to how people view this game. And the defense being great gives them a chance to win the game. But to win the game, like in 2022, they're going to have to score on a lot of possessions. And in the second half of 2022, they punted on that critical possession, and that was it. That was ball game.
Very different team from 22.
It is, but so are the Chiefs. They're both
right. The Chiefs are worse offensively.
We're
better defensively.
Look, again,
They've
it really
gone
comes
the
down
opposite
to
ways.
whether the stats matter to you this year. And I'm choosing to just believe that I think they have better receivers. I think Patrick Mahomes with an older Mahomes with more experience is a better player. Kelsey's still a good tight end. You are right, statistically, they were not a better offense this year. But I think their receivers are better, and I think their offensive line probably.
I actually think it comes down to one thing that we haven't talked much about. Do we think the Chiefs are going to turn it over like every other team does against the Eagles?
I think so. I think there's going to be some turnovers in there.
That's the way to hold them down, because I just think it's crazy to think if there's no turnovers, they're not going to get 4 field goals and a couple touchdowns. That's not even much. I feel like we would say that's a good job by the Eagles defense, right? If they just hold them 4 times.
Yeah.
The reason these teams have not scored on the Eagles is because it's 3 and out every time. The Eagles force turnovers. That feels like can they do that against Kansas City? If they do that, they're going to win the game.
And you're also going up against an Andy Reid that has 2 weeks to prepare now, and that's a major difference.
I keep hearing that, but
Andy's lost games where he's had 2 weeks to prepare.
Yeah, I was about to say that, and the other
pretty
coaches,
infrequently.
Yeah,
He's
but he got blown out in the Super Bowl because his offense only scored 9 points.
Yeah, but why? But can we agree that was an outlier now?
Yeah, they jumped on him. That offensive line was
and
horrible.
their offensive line, to use point, was terrible. Their offensive line's way better.
Right. Well, the point is, outliers do happen. This isn't I went through the last 11 Super Bowls back to the Seattle-Denver one, right? Great offenses have been held to very minimal points before, and this isn't even a great offense. When they run up against one of the best defenses, more often than not, the defense wins.
Let me ask you this, Kyle. 2 minutes to go, or whatever you want to pick. 4 minutes to go. One team is down 4.
I want the defense on the field.
That's
Eagles
crazy
defense.
That's crazy.
I was thinking the same thing. I feel like
he's the best quarterback of all time.
That's wonderful for him. We have the best defense in the league.
Okay.
Tell him again, Kyle.
Offense beats defense.
No, it's not. Why?
In
no,
this
it doesn't.
league, it does. In
no,
this
it doesn't.
League, it absolutely
no, it
does.
doesn't.
And also, if you look at the number 1 defenses that have gone to the Super Bowl, they have a good record in winning the game, but they consistently give up more, considerably more points than they do during the season.
Dude, Peyton Manning had a record-breaking season, and he got 8 points against that Seattle defense.
Look, there's outliers to everything. Nick Foles won the Super Bowl. I don't think any of us want Kenny Pickett in playing
6 of the last 11 teams that won the Super Bowl won because of their defense.
That seems subjective. I have to go through it, but I believe
I went through it earlier,
opinion
so you can go back
on
and
it.
listen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I will.
All right.
Get that Odyssey app with the rewind feature.
Let's grab Rick here, because at least Rick in Egg Harbor sees the light on this offensive thing. What's up, Rick?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, Rick. What's up?
Second time I ever called, and of course I was against Hugh, and now I'm against Hugh again. Dolphins.
Anti-Hugh.
I'm going to win this game. Okay. But not to leave Hugh too far away. The offense, Jalen is a great quarterback, not a mediocre or average quarterback, like a lot of people
He's
say.
good. Great is very strong.
Yeah,
he's a great quarterback.
Well,
there's literally
Joe always stuck on the semantics of alliteration.
Great is a very strong word.
There's very few stats you can
Reaching
point
with
to
that great.
paint him being a great quarterback.
Right, but the part that I agree with,
but you just see it. You see he's good.
Okay, so the stats are just
The
lying. The
defense-
stats are from other games.
testing.
The stats are from other games. Yeah.
How many times he's thrown for 200 yards this season?
Who
6?
cares? Who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
The Eagles.
Well, they've won almost every game he starts.
Go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, he's going to throw. He's going to surprise a lot of people. I'm telling you, for this Super Bowl.
Going to define.
They owe him. for 2 years ago.
They owe him.
Okay.
Oh, the Eagles are the
Right.
Chiefs. I agree with that. Yeah, they do.
Game is rigged.
Okay. He won't
Don't
be
do
passing,
this again.
and he's going to be accurate.
I got 3 minutes. I'm jumping on this play.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh no, you
Apologize.
talking, man. I'm doing what I do. I'm sorry. I pay attention. I'm sorry. I'm right back in.
And I just wanted to tell you that last time me and you talked about it, that's when about Hassan Hendrick.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Listen, we don't hold grudges on this show.
Was Rick the one? Were you the
don't
one
know.
that got Hugh to curse?
You got me
I don't
cursing.
think it was Rick.
We don't hold grudges, man. We all inclusive. We don't hold grudges.
No, Rick,
And
call,
you
it,
know what?
call again. If you can get Hugh to curse, we want more of that.
Is that what it
I
is?
would do that. One thing
All right.
though, you were one of the best Eagles we ever had.
Well, thank you very much.
And what happened to him
Okay.
now?
He didn't fell off.
And I'm going to say
Fell
goodbye
all the way off.
this way in Spanglish. Go Águilas.
All right.
There it is.
Threw that in there at the end.
I
Rick,
guess
we appreciate the
that
phone
was
call.
Eagles, right?
That I would imagine so. I mean, what
It'd be
else?
salty
It
for the
was,
Chiefs.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be a
it'd be
sneak
sorry.
attack.
Yeah.
That would be a sneak attack I wasn't ready for. All right. We want to thank everyone who had us. We got to thank Hatfield, Hugh. Hatfield was our sponsor to be down here this
Is that
week.
what it was?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Hatfield. I can't wait to go home and get some bacon.
I'm sure you can. Have you had any bacon while you're down here at all?
Nah. It ain't Hatfield bacon, man. It ain't happening.
There you go. Look at you.
You know what I mean? Look at me.
Look at you.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
right.
Elliot, what's the rest of this week look like in terms of like, how do they talk again one more time?
So that's it. We don't hear from them.
That's
That's
it.
done.
Until
Yeah.
game time.
No media tomorrow.
The hay is
no
in the
media
barn.
Saturday. Yeah. So after hearing from them for like 4 hours for 8 straight days,
Yeah.
they're
I'm
done.
tired
now.
of hearing from
They'll
them.
practice today. They'll practice tomorrow. They'll have the walkthrough Saturday, and then team meeting Saturday night. Then
So
it's
when do
game
you come
time.
back?
I come back Monday morning.
Okay, well, have a great time, man.
I appreciate it.
So what's
Thank
the
you.
Elliott Shore Park schedule then? The Eagles are
Wow.
done.
Since
The
you
Eagles are
dissed
off.
us
Yeah.
yesterday.
I know. I was a punk last night.
I know you had
was
work
too.
to do.
I know. I mean,
How long did it take you to craft that tweet? I said 5 minutes.
We were talking about
The tweet craft. Well, somebody
the five keys.
somebody on the show tried to diminish.
Well, I
you know,
said, what work does
what
Elliott
does he
have
got to do?
He tweeted it this morning.
I mean, look, you don't get the #1 podcast in the company by.
Well, that's
You
true.
heard it.
Yeah.
He said the
yeah.
#1
A
podcast
flex.
in the
Yeah,
company.
exactly right.
Oh,
No,
you had Go Birds last night.
yeah, I did go.
Oh, I
Birds.
got
Yeah. But it seemed like it was a fun time. I'm sorry I missed out on it.
We did have a good time.
Yeah.
Eventually, I bowed out. I heard Jack was yelling at Donovan late into the night. Maybe he'll talk about that on the air.
They talked about that. Okay.
Yeah, they were debating Jalen
I went to
Hurts.
sleep.
Yeah,
I'm excited
You
to hear
never made it out to
excited
begin
hear
with.
it. Oh, see, look, me and you, you know,
I went to sleep.
the plant-based. That's how we
Yeah,
do. We need
that's
our
how
sleep.
we roll.
It was
Yeah.
about 6:30. I said, Hugh, we're gonna go out soon. I'll let you know. And then I never saw him again.
Love it.
That
Love
was the end. All right, Elliot, we appreciate you hopping on today and all week. We
it.
appreciate
Thanks for having me.
Hatfield sending us down, and of course being on Radio Row. Hugh, it's time to go home.
It's time to go home. I'm packed. I'm ready to go.
It is. Our afternoon show is up next for their final show from Radio Row. Stay tuned. Ike, Spike, and Fritz next. We'll talk to you tomorrow back in Philadelphia on Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Go Birds!
Sports Radio 94 WIP has your all-access pass to the brightest spotlight in sports. WIP goes to the Big Easy. Listen as the WIP midday and afternoon shows broadcast live from New Orleans with exclusive championship coverage, access to players and coaches, and check-ins with insiders the week of the big game. Let's go! The road to the championship started in South Philly and ends in New Orleans. Go Birds! WIP goes to the Big Easy. Sports Radio 94 WIP. Sponsored by Hatfield. Put pork on your fork.
If this cold winter weather hasn't convinced you to replace your drafty, inefficient windows and doors, then maybe my good friends at Guided Door and Window can help you by extending their biggest discounts of the year through the end of February. If you haven't taken advantage of Guida's big winter sale, here's another chance to do so by getting 40% off every window and door you buy. That's 40% off each expertly installed energy-efficient replacement window, which also includes free high-performance low-E glass, and 40% off any high-quality door, including insulated entry doors, sliding patio doors, garage doors, and storm doors. And you can buy now and pay later with Guida's interest-free financing for up to 12 months. Act now. This offer is until the end of February, so don't let this final chance for big savings pass you by. If your home needs new windows and doors, call the experts at Guida today to schedule a free in-home estimate at 877-GO-GUIDA or visit them at GoGuida.com. That's go, GUIDA.com.
Wing pull, wing pull, wing pull. Club Risque brings you Wing Pool 25. Friday, February 7th. Doors open at 8 a.m. A wing eating contest, thousands in cash prizes, and hosted by megastar Alexis Texas. Friday, February 7th. Doors open at 8 a.m. Club Risque, Philly.
Did you know that not all oil changes are the same? Putting the wrong oil in your car can cause a serious problem. That's why it's important to take your vehicle to experts who know what oil is best for your vehicle. The experts at Meineke. And right now, Meineke is offering a full synthetic oil change for only $59.95, plus a free tire rotation. And while your locally owned and operated Meineke dealer is rotating your tires, he'll check to make sure your brakes are safe. Because even if they aren't making noise, they can be worn. Meineke, doing car care right.
And Doug. Quickly, Moo. We don't have much time. This Liberty ad is already almost over. We only have a few precious seconds to remind people to customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Okay. Well, I guess we had more time than I thought.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
This is Angelo at Family and Company Jewelers in Marlton, wishing the birds good luck as they go for their second ring. If she is still waiting for her ring, let my team at Family and Company Jewelers help you find the perfect one. Now, let's go Birds!
Hey, Joe DeCamera here. The FanDuel Kick of Destiny is back, and this time it's every Manning for himself. This Super Bowl, two legends will take the field in a sudden death field goal showdown. Peyton versus Eli, live from New Orleans. One kick to claim ultimate family bragging rights. Who's going to rise to the moment? Well, you can pick your winner right now in the FanDuel app in partnership with Valley Forge Casino, and if you back the right brother, you'll earn a share of $10 million. That's right, $10 million in bonus bets. It's the FanDuel Kick of Destiny 3. Make your free pick. And don't forget to tune in to watch the showdown live during the Super Bowl 59 pregame show on Fox at 3 p.m. Eastern. May the best Manning win. Download the app or head to FanDuel.com/hammer. That's FanDuel.com/hammer with FanDuel Sportsbook, the official partner of Super Bowl 59. FanDuel Sportsbook, official partner of 94 WIP.
21 plus in President, Pennsylvania. No purchase necessary. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Xfinity here. How can we help?
Hi. My daughter invited her entire class to her birthday party. Can my Wi-Fi handle it?
Oh, well, at Xfinity, our latest gateways have tri-band Wi-Fi technology, letting you connect hundreds of devices at once.
No way. So if all the kids are watching stuff on their phones, well, their parents are sharing videos online.
Yep, go ahead and watch videos. They can all do their thing and party their way. No problem.
Oh, we are going to need a bigger cake.
Now through March 21st, get fast, reliable 300 megabit Xfinity internet with unlimited data included and an unlimited mobile line for just $30 a month for 1 year. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless bill and auto pay with stored bank account. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Xfinity internet required. Reduce mobile speeds after use of monthly data included with your data option. Data thresholds and actual internet speeds vary.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. Here's the best part. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Not happy? They'll come back between visits to make it right. Don't wait. Head to TrueGreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
Hi, welcome to Staples. Hi, I hear Staples can print it all for my business.
Oh, if you can think it, Staples can print it and will beat any print quote.
Oh, great. I'm thinking new brochures and yard signs.
No problem.
I'm thinking calendars, t-shirts, and pens.
Totally.
I'm thinking Staples is the place for printing.
I thought you might think that.
Right now at Staples, get up to $250 off your print purchase. Ends 4/5 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details. Price match guarantee valid in store and staples.com/print. Visit staples.com/price match for details.
Is your everyday congestion preventing you from enjoying life's big moments? Try Vicks Sinex Saline today and get yourself back in the action. Vicks Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion with a gentle ultrafine mist. Sinex Saline's drug-free, no-mess formula instantly moisturizes and soothes dry, irritated nasal passages for quick and effective relief. Get back to enjoying life's big moments to the fullest without having to worry about everyday congestion holding you back. Just Sinex, breathe, use as directed.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the propane tank on your grill first before hosting a tailgate.
Let's fire up. Here, let me try. Seriously? You didn't check the propane? Who wants chips?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Salt and vinegar?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This is Andrew Perloff with an Odyssey Sports Minute sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. The Chiefs couldn't have more hype around them right now, but they have a unique ability to put everything to the side and focus on football. Travis Kelce has as many distractions as any player ever. He's dating Taylor Swift and has a media empire of his own. But you know on Sunday, he'll be as focused as anyone. It's a testament to how professional this team is and why they could be about to make NFL history. I'm Andrew Perloff.
94 WIP HD1 Philadelphia, live from the Tasty Cake Studios. An Odyssey Sports Station. This is the afternoon show with Ike, Spike, and Fritz. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Super Bowl week in New Orleans with the WIP afternoon show. With Ike, Spike, and Fritz, our final day in New Orleans. They should just shut it down after we leave. Ike, how you feeling, brother?
Brother Spike, I'm feeling pretty good. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm ready to get the hell out of New Orleans. I'm just letting you know, get that out of there. I've enjoyed my time here, but it's time for me to get home. And I got to pat myself on the back because I didn't interrupt your intro there when I saw the great Warren Moon just walk past.
Oh.
Man, almost, me.
All the famous people are here.
Yeah, all the big dogs are here today.
Yep.
Jackie Fritz, how you doing over there? And listen,
Yeah.
I took the young buck out with me last night.
Yeah, I know. I went back to the room.
Yeah. Took the young buck out with me last night. To his credit, he was still standing. So there you go.
Oh, there he is.
Your boy.
Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
Ready to go home.
Yeah.
Why is Dan Orlovsky not thanking me and you yet? That's a
Oh, yeah. We put him on the first time.
Yep.
Yeah.
We
Get
made
over
it-
here.
we made his
Orlovsky.
career.
Yeah, we
Where's
sure did.
Orlovsky?
He's a tall drink of water.
He is a
Orlovsky.
tall drink of water. It's huge.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's twice. 2 days in a row. Let's get it together.
Man, we have had we'll get into the open of the show here. We have had a great, by the way, a big show. Sheil Kapadia will join us here in person, right? Sheil will be here? Jeff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Marcus Allen, that'll be 3:00. Marcus Allen joins us
great.
at 3:30. Mayock at 4.
Another great.
Then Elliot will be with us through the end of the show.
Not
which
so
is-
great.
Not
is-
so great.
Well, come on. We
Costas
love
came up
Elliot.
to me and said, "Is he on the air 24 hours a day?"
Well, but then what does he do in the other time of the year? That's the real question.
That's what we keep asking
Hey,
everyone.
This is Elliot's time right now.
And as Ike said, I've enjoyed our time here in New Orleans. Great bonding time, a great city. Everyone's been welcoming. However, I feel like I have a thin layer of just sweat
Fries.
and French fries and alcohol and other people and whatever is on the ground on Bourbon Street afterwards. There's just like a thin film that when I get home, I'm going to bathe in rubbing alcohol to cleanse my body of inside and outside. I'm going to swallow the rubbing alcohol.
Oh, God, that's getting worse.
Oh my God. Jeez Louise. Okay. I'm
Now
telling
that
you.
we're done complaining.
Well-
Everybody else is back there in 35-degree weather.
No, I'm having a great time. I just want to say, but I'm a clean living, routine kind of guy. It's not my.
Let's just say we're out of our element now.
Yeah.
But listen,
Yeah.
we've hung in there.
Yeah.
Look, I went out. Every time you went out, sometimes I cut out more early than you did, but I did go out. I did drink the alcohol. I did eat a lot of French fries.
And I'm never going to forget last night. Last night is a night I'm never going to forget for the rest of my life.
Are we going to get that story at some point?
No, we are not going to get that story.
Okay.
Leave it alone.
All right. Even the Uber?
Well, the Uber is fun.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Sure, yes.
All right.
I need to tell that one too.
Yes. Yeah, you definitely need to tell that one. All right. So here's what we're going to do to start the show today. Because, we're full force, 100%, 100% get you ready for the Super Bowl. And there's one situation that we have been talking about for almost 2 weeks now that Ike brought up on the air. And we've asked our guests and we've debated it amongst ourselves.
but we've never really opened it up to our listening audience to debate this situation. So here's the situation, Ike, that I will pose to you, that I've posed before, just in case nobody else has heard it before.
Yeah.
So here's the situation. You have a choice. You, Ike, Eagles fan, have a choice. There are 2 minutes and 7 seconds left in the game. And here is your choice. Either the Eagles can be up 4 points and Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs have the ball at their own 20-yard line with 2 minutes and 7 seconds left, or the Eagles can be down 4 points and have the ball on their own 20-yard line, giving Jalen Hurts and the offense an opportunity to drive and score a touchdown with 2 minutes and 7 seconds left to win the game. Which is your choice if you had to choose one?
Yeah, and I still to this day, I'll take being ahead. I'll take being ahead. Give me the defense. Give me this defense. Put them on the field. I understand the greatness of Patrick Mahomes, Coach Reed. I get all of that. But I am that confident in this Eagles defense. I really am. And I'm not going to say they have been overlooked, but they've been overshadowed because Saquon's shadow is so big, right?
Yep.
And then you got the other offensive guys over there that we all like to talk about. This defense, to me, has really, along with the offensive line, been the backbone in the DNA of what this team turned into after the bye week. So I'm willing to put the game in their hands going up against the game's greatest quarterback with the lead. And that's the big thing. We have the lead.
Yep. You have to lose the lead to lose the game.
Yes.
I actually think so. I made this. I quickly picked I'd rather have the ball myself down 4 points. I quickly picked it. I have gone back and forth in my mind, though on the air I've always stayed with that one. I'm going to stick with it for, I would say, 3 reasons. Reason number 1 is that just being terrified of Patrick Mahomes in the final 2 games, to Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Andy Reid in the final 2 minutes of a game to win the Super Bowl. I just if I was cheering for the Chiefs, I would be supremely confident that he was going to score. Sure. And cheering for the Eagles, I'd be terrified that they would. So that is the first reason. The second reason is I do think that while I have been critical of Jalen Hurts, I do think that it is a lot of the time when he's at his best is when there's not as much thinking to do. You really don't have to worry about making a mistake because, you only got 2 minutes left. You got to score. So I have a confidence in the Eagles offense in that way. And here's the final thing is that I do have some flashbacks to the Falcons game, to the Rams game, and at end of our defense is a good whole game defense. But I also don't know how great, you can't be perfect at everything. In that final drive, do I really have, is that where I'm most confident in the defense is? And I guess I'm not. Jalen Carter did make 2 big plays at the end of the Rams game, but at the end of that game, they did drive down the field pretty easily twice. So I know, if I went by the numbers, having the lead would be the right thing. But my gut is telling me that being down by 4 points and giving the ball to Saquon, Jalen, the offensive line, and letting them go score, that is what I would choose. 215-592-9494. Jack, where are you?
So where I land on it is, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to put myself in the game and watching it. What would make me more nervous, or what would make me more mad? And having to sit there with the idea of Patrick Mahomes just slowly and methodically taking down a Super Bowl. I would rather see Jalen try to do it and make up for what happened, or not make up for, he didn't get the call. We almost had this exact scenario in 2022, and he didn't get the opportunity. I want to see what he would do in that opportunity. The idea of Patrick Mahomes just slowly, methodically, death by 1,000 paper cuts would be an excruciating watch.
Yeah,
excruciating watch.
Or the Eagles cause a big turnover. Win
I
the
understand.
Game. Yep.
There's but I'm always on the negative.
BG strip sack.
No, BG strip sack would be amazing.
Yeah,
so I would take down 4. I want to see Jalen go win it.
All right, 215-592-9494. Here is your choice. There are 2 minutes and 7 seconds left in the game. Either choice number 1, the Eagles are up 4 points. Was that an Eagles chair?
No.
No. Okay. 2 minutes, 7 seconds left in the Super Bowl. The Eagles are up 4 points, and the Chiefs have the ball at their own 20 with a chance to win the game. Or your choice B, you are down 4 points. The Eagles have the ball at their own 20 with 2 minutes, 7 seconds left in the game. 215-592-9494.
I do realize how the Eagles won their Super Bowl, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I do. Trust me.
How was that? How was that quarterback having the ball?
Dude, it is 51-49. I agree with you.
Okay,
yeah.
I know. I get reminded about Patrick Mahomes in 2022 and what he did. So I feel like I need to remind everybody. We won the Super Bowl by creating the turnover against Tom Brady when we had the lead. That allowed Jake Elliott to kick the field goal. Hey,
you're right.
Okay,
you're right. You're right.
Okay, I just want to make sure I pointed that out.
The only reason I'm picking one is because I have to pick it.
No,
Yep.
This is for my people out there who are afraid of Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
I want them to be reminded that Brandon Graham.
We get paid too.
Brandon Graham made the biggest play in the Super Bowl when we won the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
And it was a strip sack fumble.
215-592-9494. Corey in Columbus starts us off. Corey, what are you thinking?
The Ohio legend. Psycho. You know, my brother from another mother, that's a different color. See, I'm going back to because you let everybody else say what's up. You know, I'm just following the rules since day one. I'm going back to what I used to do. So, you know, I'm saying what's up to everybody, you know. But look, I answered this question yesterday, and I said I want to hurt. See, this is where I push back.
Yeah.
Tom Brady ain't Patrick Mahomes now. Now, Tom Brady is sitting ducks. Tom Brady is sitting ducks.
Tom Brady is Tom Brady. I don't care whether he's sitting there or running around. It don't matter.
I get what you're saying, but Tom Brady's a sitting ducks. Patrick Mahomes, if you look at the way that he's won football games in the fourth quarter, it's been with his legs a lot of times. Go back and look at his wins, even the Super Bowls, and watch the plays that kills the team. Versus us, versus the 49ers, and look how he beat you. It's not always with his arm. Most of the big plays came with his legs, right or wrong.
Okay.
And something else too. I'm not gonna put this in the atmosphere, you know, but I'm gonna just go ahead and say it because people have mentioned it this week. With the ball in Patrick Mahomes' hands, that puts a certain you-know-what team in the play. With the ball in Hurts' hands, they ain't got to worry about them because he's going to deliver. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we ain't got to worry about the officials with the ball
Michael
in
Jordan.
Hurts' hands. Because, you know, Michael Jordan, you know, he's going to deliver in those situations. I get where Ike is coming from, but I just trust Hurts. Like Spike said, the Commanders game, the Falcons game, the Rams. Now Jalen Carter closed the deal now.
By the way,
what are you talking about? Yeah, what are you talking about?
Well, by the way,
what am I talking about?
Well, the Falcons.
The Commanders game. They won the 55.
No, the Commanders game we lost. The Commanders game we lost.
The Falcons game is a funny one.
I didn't know which one you were talking about.
Well, the Falcons game is a funny one because we both lost in the Falcons game because the defense gave up a big drive and then Jalen threw an interception on the last drive.
So don't even bring up the Falcons.
No, but I'm just talking about in that situation though. We talking about that situation.
Yeah, but hold on. Hold on. What difference does it make? The situation apply in both ways in the Falcon game. Jalen had enough time to get down the field.
Okay.
And we were down. And what happened? Like, don't overlook that.
I gave y'all the stats of the game winning drive yesterday. Do I need to repeat those?
No, because that doesn't change what happened in the Falcon game.
Okay, that's fine. Listen, if the Eagles is going to win this game on Sunday, look, with the defense on the field, I know that Jalen Carter's in the world and all that. The dude that's going to have to be the player that we know at the end of this game is going to have to be Nolan Smith. We need a Green Bay Packers game versus the Chiefs that Nolan Smith needs to have if the defense is going to show up. He's going to have a mismatch going against Jawan Taylor. You know, that's the weak link of their offensive line, and that's going to be the guy that's going to get the one-on-one. So if Nolan Smith shows up, of course we going to win.
It's all a part of it.
I just trust her. That's me.
Okay.
All right.
Now listen, I can
Thank you for the
respect
call,
that.
Corey.
Respect you.
That's his guy.
I trust Hurts too.
I'm
just telling you, I would rather have the lead.
Right. Because then they have to take it from us.
They got to come beat us.
The Falcons game is a funny one to bring up.
Yeah, like
because both sides failed in the Falcons
yes.
game. Yeah. And I guess I could, if I wanted to use the Falcons game as an example, I guess the defense has it feels like a different defense today.
Oh, that was the second game of the season.
Quinyon Mitchell got burnt twice on that final Falcons drive, which I wouldn't expect to happen again. You know,
I mean, it could happen, but
yeah.
This is a much better defense than it was in week 2 of the season.
Absolutely.
It's a much better defense.
Here's the situation: 2 minutes and 7 seconds left. You have a choice. Either the Chiefs are down 4 to the Eagles, they have the ball in their own 20, having to score a touchdown and win the game, or the Eagles are down at their own 20 with the ball, 2 minutes and 7 seconds left. Which one would you choose? 215-592-9494. Louis in Nebraska. You're on WIP.
Louis.
What's up, Louis?
Fellas, can I get some Ike juices? This is my birthday today. Can I get some
Oh,
Ike juices?
just drinking that Ike juice. Happy birthday.
What are you, about 14, Louis?
Happy 40th, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate it. First off, before I get into my points, I need my crew to go on a vacation at least once a month because you guys' stories when you guys are out, this is great radio. This is absolute the best when the show goes on the road. I just want to say that. So if I need to talk to your boss, send a letter, you know what I mean? You need to go on the golf trips and all this type of stuff. So
Spike would love that.
More golf. Yeah. Well, we'll be in Clearwater in a month or so.
Right.
So another road trip.
49 days. 49 days till opening day.
all right. Hey Ike, what is better than number 1? Can you tell me that? Because I'm not as smart as you, Ike.
Well, there's
nothing, right?
Better than number 1, no.
Exactly. So is our defense number 1?
Yes.
It is.
Oh, okay. So if the guy who plays football says there's nothing better than number 1 and our defense is number 1, I'm going to take the defense.
Bro,
don't you start. Don't start.
Yeah. Oh,
point. So, good.
The guy who plays football. Well, okay. Yeah.
Why am I listening to the guy that plays golf?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You don't play football.
Because the golf guy knows numbers. Okay.
Okay. Well, how about this? Well, how about this, Louis in Nebraska? Yes, that is what he said. But if we're talking about number 1, you could debate that Patrick Mahomes is the number 1 quarterback of all time, and you're putting the ball in his hands. So there's a couple of number 1s there.
Yeah, but he's not. That's just like saying Tiger Woods, even though he's my GOAT, by the numbers, he's not. So
he is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But real quick.
Yeah.
Because I know, Fritzy likes the eye test, but Spike likes the numbers. So I'm going to talk to you, Spike, because you're the most delusional on the panel, and that's okay. Okay. The Chiefs have a third of their plays in season behind the line of scrimmage. Now, we're the best defense in the league, okay? And I'm going to need that spy, that all-pro linebacker that we have, to spy on Mahomes. And here's why. Because they have so many plays behind the line, and they haven't thrown over 10 yards the entire playoffs. There's only 7 plays they've thrown over 10 yards. So they're not going to beat us deep with Quinton Mobay and the exciting lights back there. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's true. But that's exactly what our defense allows is short passes. We're not taking away something that they do very often. So it's an interesting matchup in that way, in that the Chiefs are not looking to get big plays. What they're looking to do, I mean, big plays are great, but what they do is they work underneath very well, and that's sort of what we let up. So it's an interesting matchup.
We're a coverage team, and we're plus 27 over the takeover battle. So you can't tell me all that you have going on. You can't tell me that's not a recipe for success.
It is. You're right. You're right from a number standpoint. Everything about the numbers say there's only one number you need. Would you rather be up 4 points or down 4 points? Right? That's the number. And you're picking the one up 4 points. And so is Ike. That makes a lot of sense. This isn't a numbers thing for me. It's a gut thing for me, really. And my gut tells me I'd rather try to go score with our guys than let that demon try to score on us. That's really all it is.
Your gut gets you in trouble in crunch time.
I don't have much of a gut. Yeah.
By the way,
just fries.
Yeah, it is.
Just for us, by the way, we're top 10 in third down conversion rate. So there's a reason why we're going to be up. Now, I don't think it's a blowout because I'm a little nervous. Obviously, I'm not playing on the field, so I have no control. If I was playing, I'd be like, listen, this is no sweat. I'm gonna shoot 65 and we gonna call it a day. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But the main thing that we need to make sure of our offense is the blitz, right? Protection is key. We've got beaten in the A gap many times. We have 45 sacks this season, which is not good.
This is the most prepared call ever.
What do you know about the A gap? You focus on hitting the ball down the middle.
Yeah.
Listen. Spike says I don't have no beef when I call. So
I appreciate this, brother. This is the most prepared call you've ever had, Louis. All right, brother.
So let's do it, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Louis. Louis took my criticism to heart.
Yeah.
Well, he's a professional athlete.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
So-
he is. He works hard.
Yeah.
Let me throw this out there.
Yes, sir.
We got a couple of games this year where the Eagles have had to come up with defensive stands late in the game.
Yes.
Right? The whole game, including in the playoffs, right? Against the
Yep.
Rams.
Yep.
Don't recall a game this year where the Eagles had to drive down late in the game to win a game.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Do you want to hear?
So y'all want to go ahead and entrust him in the Super Bowl, even though we know, listen, and I'm a Jalen guy, but let's be honest.
Yep.
We know the passing game hasn't been as effective as it been in the past. And he hasn't had to do 2-minute drill to win a game at all this year.
I've never been won over during a show, but I feel
you guys
I'm not there yet.
You
but I
guys
feel like I
want-
could be won over.
You guys want to put it in the hands of the offense in a 2-minute drill to go win.
I do.
I mean, we've had stops late in games where we had to. I don't care if the Rams got down there,
Yeah.
the Jags got down there.
Yeah.
So what? They didn't get in the end zone to win.
Too close for comfort.
I want option C, up by 14. I want option C.
Well, we're going to bring up the stat.
Yeah. So this is from Ben Solak at ESPN. Check this. This is the craziest stat I've heard. Jalen Hurts this year has thrown a total of 13 passes down in the second half this entire season. 13.
That's unbelievable.
That is a psychotically low number of throws. I mean, you can throw 30 passes in a drive if it's the right drive.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is. We haven't seen it very much this year. We haven't. I'm not on your side yet. I'm just.
This is not how the show
you're on my
goes.
side.
No.
You are on my side.
I'm not on your side.
Yeah, you are.
I am not.
Whether you know it or not.
I'm not. I don't like either of these choices. I'm going to do what I do at the end of the night and opt to go to sleep for the last 2 minutes and 7 seconds of the game. All right. So coming up next, an update on what's going on with Jalen Carter as well. Devontae Smith talked about.
I got to get my camera ready, man.
What camera? Oh, another famous guy walking.
They coming by fast, man.
Really?
I got to start snapping.
Ike's a pictures man.
Oh, yeah.
And also, Devontae Smith talked about, how much they actually need to pass in the Super Bowl. And we will listen to what he said as well. We are in New Orleans, our final day in New Orleans, getting you ready for Super Bowl 59, which you can hear on WIP, hear Merrill and Mike, and you can hear on the Odyssey app. This is the WIP Afternoon Show with Ike, Spike, and Fritz.
You've heard me talk about Kevin Hart's Gran Coramino Tequila all season long, the official luxury tequila of the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, you can party like Kevin Hart for the big game this Sunday with Gran Coramino in Center City like Tradesman Philly, Mona, Uptown Beer Garden, Lucy's, as well as Philly's iconic Crystal Tea Room. To check out all the places where you can party like Kevin Hart this Sunday with Gran Coramino Tequila, go to 94wyp.com. Go Birds, and remember, celebrate responsibly.
Join Sports Radio 94 WIP Sunday starting at 3 for the official WIP Big Game Watch Party live in Live Casino Hotel Philadelphia. Catch the WIP pregame show with Joe Giglio and Hugh Douglas, followed by the big game on the big screen, synced up with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick. Touchdown! Then stick around for the postgame show, the official WIP Big Game Watch Party live in Live Casino Hotel Philadelphia. Sunday starting at 3 with Sports Radio 94 WIP. Sponsored by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars Rewards, where every bet you place brings you closer to perks only Caesars can offer. So download the app using promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. New users in Pennsylvania who are 21 or older, affiliated with Harris Philadelphia. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount return as a bonus bet. Bonus bets expire 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's time to get focused on improving the lives of our beloved pets by feeding them the most nutritious pet food on the planet. With 2 decades of experience, the Dogs and Cats Rules stores can guide you in the right direction to meet your pet's needs. Fads come and go, but there's no substitute for premium meat inclusive food for your pets. If you changed your pet's food lately and they're starting to look like a shaggy dog, smelly ears and biting their feet all the time, you need to come into one of our 7 very convenient locations or visit dogsandcatsrule.pet.
Join Eva Graham at Chickies and Pete's in South Philly tomorrow night at 6 for a special Bud Light Super Bowl pep rally. Win signed Eagles merchandise, take a Super Bowl selfie, and win tickets to the 2025 Eagles home opener tomorrow night at Chickies in South Philly with Bud Light.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, bite shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet,
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security,
5 years.
and 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messethorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo.
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Benefits, HR, hiring, payroll. It's so complicated, but it doesn't have to be. Hi, I'm Joe Carfagno from Clear Employer Services. I work with small businesses that expertly handle all your HR needs. Do you feel like you're always interviewing new talent? At Clear Employer Services, we have the secret to retaining talent for you. Don't watch your good employees walk out the door. Talk with me directly about keeping your employees happy. Go to hruncomplicated.com so you can go back to running your business.
Preferred vendor of Independence Blue Cross. Visit hruncomplicated.com.
If that ceiling leak in your living room is channeling Niagara Falls, call Pro Action Restoration, the superheroes of cleanup and restoration for over 25 years, swooping in to save your home or business from water damage, fire mishaps, mold mayhem, and more. We'll handle everything from start to finish, emergency service through repair completion, and we deal directly with your insurance company 24/7, 365 days a year. Get your free estimate today at proactionrestoration.com.
Hey Philly, this is Tom Bucks, General Manager of Tasty Baking Company. On behalf of Tasty Cake, I want to wish our team good luck in New Orleans. Be sure to have your favorite Tasty Cake treats like candy cakes and crimpets on hand as you cheer the Birds onto victory. Tasty Cake, accept no substitutes. Go Birds!
The FanDuel Kick of Destiny is back, and this time it's every Manning for himself. This Super Bowl, 2 legends will take the field in a sudden death field goal showdown. Peyton versus Eli live from New Orleans. 1 kick to claim ultimate family brag rights. Who will rise to the moment? Pick your winner now in the FanDuel app in partnership with Valley Forge Casino. And if you back the right brother, you'll earn a share of $10 million in bonus bets. It's the FanDuel Kick of Destiny 3. Make your free pick, and don't forget to tune in to watch the showdown live during the Super Bowl 59 pregame show on Fox at 3 p.m. Eastern. May the best Manning win. Download the app or head to FanDuel.com/GIGLIO and bet with FanDuel, official partner of Super Bowl 59. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of 94 WIP.
21 plus in President, Pennsylvania. No purchase necessary. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Here is your game of the week presented by Hyundai. The big game is finally set as we look forward to the biggest game of the season. Kansas City will get a chance to make football history as they have a shot at the coveted three-peat. On the other side, Philadelphia looks to avenge their 3-point loss when they met in 2020 2023. Coming off a strong defensive performance, Philadelphia will look to stifle the Kansas City offense led by their superstar quarterback, who will be crowned the champions of football. Don't let that urge to sing along to that catchy tune distract you from that truck drifting toward your lane or that lane-splitting biker creeping up beside you. Fortunately, every Hyundai offers advanced safety features that can alert you to potential dangers around you. And Hyundai has over 120 IIHS top safety awards since 2006. Because Hyundai is always working to ensure the road doesn't get you, Hyundai vehicles have won over 120 IIHS top safety awards from 2006 to 2024.
Okay, so that's with bacon, cheese, lettuce, tomato, grilled onions, ketchup, and hold the pickles.
You know what you like. You wouldn't order your burger just any way. Why should your sports talk be any different? With Chapters on the free Odyssey app, you can choose the topics that matter to you most. Whether it's reactions, matchup previews, injury updates, or team news, quickly find what you really care about. Your football talk, your way. Download the free Odyssey app and start listening today.
Back to WIP Goes to the Big Easy on Sports Radio 94 WIP.
It's a WIP afternoon show with Ike, Spike, and Fritz. We are in New Orleans getting you ready for Super Bowl 59, which you can, of course, hear Maryland Mike on WIP and the free Odyssey app. The Twitter question is brought to you by Mark's Jewelers. Valentine's Day is coming. If you're thinking about getting engaged, shop the home team at Mark's, your engagement destination, online at marks-jewelers.com. Which scenario would you rather the Eagles be in on Sunday? Up 4 with 2 minutes left, but the Chiefs have the ball, or down 4 with 2 minutes left, but the Eagles have the ball, their own 20. Which do you think, Ike, the listeners chose in this scenario? What do you think the percentage is?
It's a close one, though, because it's another one. Swoop!
Oh,
What's up, buddy?
Swoop is here.
Wow.
Why didn't you book Swoop? Wow, Swoop gave us 2 seconds. Didn't even say hi to you and me.
No, why would he?
Yeah, it's the Hurt stuff,
Well,
I think.
I'm part of the family.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He heard you.
Oh, hi,
all right. Swoop, good to see you.
Oh, hi, Swoop.
Yes. So
Great
I would
radio.
say it's got to be close to.
What do you think, Swoop?
It's got to be close to 50-50.
Yeah. All right, pound.
So let me go 55. We'll take the lead.
It's actually 55. It is 55. We'll take the lead.
We'll take the lead.
You're exactly right.
I like
55.4%.
Yeah, I like
yep.
it.
There
Smart
it is.
fan base.
Yeah, well.
Here's the other thing.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you just rather be up already?
Well, that is the
yes, I'd rather already be up
of the entire debate, because the truth is that either one of these situations would have me like ready to have a heart attack. You know,
Right.
both of them will.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing for me to get over. I still am taking down 4 with the ball.
Man.
But the hardest part is you're legitimately choosing to be losing to the Chiefs in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. Like that does sound ridiculous when you say it out loud. 215-592-9494. Which would you pick? Jalen Carter update. Jalen Carter was not at media availability today.
Yes.
Still suffering from that illness. Vic Fangio earlier said that it is something that is going through some of the team.
Exactly.
And he hopes Jalen will be ready for the Super Bowl. So there you go. We don't know about practice yet. He was limited yesterday. We'll have Elliot on later.
Get the fluids in him.
Well,
IVs.
given the air down here, it's hard to get rid of any minor, minor illness.
The thickest air. The air is, you can smell the disease.
I think it's just ghosts. Again, I
yes,
mentioned that
it is
this morning.
ghosts.
Every time you say that,
Yeah.
smell the disease.
I can smell it.
Dude, you
In the
are.
Makes me
thickness.
think I should have been wearing my mask the whole time.
Oh, bro, you think a mask is going to stop the diseases down here? It laughs at your mask. The disease down here is like the Patrick Mahomes of disease. You can have whatever defense you want, bro.
Okay,
you can be in a bubble.
I got it.
All right. So Devontae Smith was this. This was John Clark, right? That talked to Devontae?
Yes.
About, Devontae and AJ have given up a little bit this year with how much the team has run the ball.
Yep.
And how much Devontae thinks they might need to throw the ball in the Super Bowl to win. Here's what he said.
If we can run the ball, the whole game, just do it. I mean, it's no need to go out there, throw the ball 40 times. We can just hand the ball off the whole game. That's what a team is all about. Guys being selfless, guys going out there, helping other guys and things like that. And I think that's what makes this team so special.
Now, I agree that he believes that for this game for sure. If they can just run it every time, go ahead and run it every time. I do think moving forward, it is and they were able to manage that from an ego standpoint this year.
Got through it.
Jalen, AJ, Devontae. I don't know how many. I know they say winning solves all, and all people want to do is win. But these are proud players who this is their one chance of having an NFL career. Yeah. AJ and Devontae are guys that catch the ball. And by the way, Jalen gets credit to a certain extent, maybe not from everybody all that he wants, but if they win the game and he doesn't throw a lot, he's the quarterback, so he does get the win. Sure. There's no wide receiver wins. Nobody's saying that. So I do wonder moving forward.
Nah, it's going to have to get better.
Yeah, the passing game is going to have to get better.
Yeah, it's going to have to get better.
Yeah.
Only way, listen, you got to keep a lion fed, man.
Right.
Yes. And so those guys, they need the ball.
Yes.
And they're willing to do what's necessary in this moment because they're in the moment.
Yes.
But if you ask them prior to a season, off camera, off record, if this is the way you want to go through a year as a wide receiver, hell no, it's not what they want to do. But it's what they have to do, and they're being good teammates by going along with the plan and buying in and buying in and not moping, not complaining, like not doing any of those things and hope that it's going to lead to a championship. That part I do believe. But that goes out the window once this season is over with. Because now they're going to have to figure out how do we get better this offseason? How do we get this passing game better this offseason? Now, I don't want us to jump topic to topic, but this is also why I said consistency and cohesiveness from an offensive scheme and coaching standpoint, I think is important. But that's for another day. But I mean, Smitty, and by the way, I think Smitty has bigger game Sunday.
He's had big games against the Chiefs, right?
Exactly. Exactly. AJ gets all that attention. Smitty's going to roast who's ever over there on him one-on-one.
I also think, because AJ's been a pretty good mood all postseason as well, I also think AJ and Devontae are looking at this game as, all right, this is the end of whatever this is.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's a Super Bowl, it matters, but this is the Super Bowl of this sort of us blocking and being good soldiers, you know? And I credit them for being good teammates out of this, but they are proud. They want to be great as well. Yes, and for a wide receiver to be great, you got to catch the ball.
Yeah,
you know?
Those dudes, listen, you don't possess that type of talent and you're okay when it isn't on full display.
Right.
You know, Devontae is a Heisman Trophy winner. He won at Alabama. Like these guys, A.J. Brown, widely regarded as a top 3 wide receiver in this league. That's hard to hold on to that title when you're getting the catches that he's getting. What did he have? 3 touchdowns this year? 5 touchdowns?
Who, AJ?
Yeah.
7.
Was it 7?
Really?
Didn't even feel like it.
He had 1,000 yards somehow.
He had 1,000 yards?
Well, I knew he got to 1,000 late. I knew that.
Honestly, it feels crazy that it happened.
Yeah, I didn't know he had 7 touchdowns.
7 touchdowns and 1,079 yards.
Yeah, that's decent. That's top 15 numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. He's looking at Jamar Chase.
Yes,
and,
he's Chase
T.
and
Higgins.
Jefferson. Yes, that's where A.J. Brown. That's the class he's in.
Well, and he wants to be a Hall of Famer.
Yes,
right.
That's the other
what I'm
part.
saying. When you have that talent, you need the numbers.
Yeah, they don't look at wins for wide receivers when they're looking at.
Yeah, where's that record? What's their record with AJ Brown and Devontae? Are they winners?
Yeah.
Yes, they're winners too.
Winners,
Yes.
All right, your choice is this. There's 2 minutes left in the game. 2 minutes 7 seconds. You can either have the Chiefs be up 4 points and you have the ball. The Eagles have the ball at their own 20, or you can be down 4, or you can be up 4, and the Chiefs have the ball at their own 20. Which would you choose? 215-592-9494. Jameson in Ridley. You're on WIP. What's up, brother?
How we doing, guys?
How you doing, brother?
So,
What's up, James?
I originally called in thinking offense because I trust
There it
Taylor
is.
more than anyone.
Oh, my
I love
God.
Taylor.
It is.
He's
It is.
amazing.
Brother.
But-
But yeah, go ahead.
But Ike
Ike
said,
had-
And he played football.
Yeah.
One of your favorite players.
Don't let them ridicule you.
Yeah,
man.
appreciate
Don't let 'em
your-
bully you.
You're just pushing. You're keeping me on my side. Actually, I'm not changing now. Yep.
All right,
Sorry.
ready?
Sorry. Yeah.
This defense all year has been like a bend, don't break mentality on these last drives. Like with the Jags, I know Trevor Lawrence isn't Mahomes, obviously, but we always come up with big plays on defense, and the offense hasn't had the reps going down to win the games as much as the defense has.
That's true.
Well, the only time we did it, it ended in an interception.
Yep. It did
Yeah,
against Atlanta.
Yeah.
Against Atlanta. And So let me ask you this. Jameson. Give me your fear level on a scale of 1 to 10, and be honest with me. It's Tell the Truth Thursday.
Always.
Tell the Truth Thursday.
Right.
Eagles are up 4. Chiefs have the ball in their own 20. 2 minutes, 7 seconds left. How scared are you? 1 to 10. Don't worry, we're not going to judge you. With 10 being the most scared.
I might already be passed out because of.
Okay, all right, fair. As long as you're being honest with me that you would be terrified, then
I would too. I ain't
yes,
gonna lie to you.
Thank you for the call.
I mean, I've seen Mahomes.
I lost Jameson. I thought he was gone. Sorry. I'm sorry, Jameson. That was an all-timer. At least Jameson admitted that he was changing his mind. It didn't just do it without telling us first. My screen is frozen here. Hey, Fran, can you go to Bashir in West Philly? Bashir, you're on WIP. What's up, Bashir?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
What's up, man?
What's up, broski?
All right. Oh, yeah, before I get to my point, I just want to say I just hope my job knows I'm calling out when the Eagles win the Super Bowl because my boss listens to you guys, so I just need him to know. I'm calling out.
Oh, you're telling him through the show. This is like your note.
I'm calling out Monday. He needs to know this. I'm calling.
All right. What's his name?
Joseph O'Neal. I'm going to
All
say
right, all right, Joe. Wow. Joe, here's the thing, Joe. We love you. Bashir's obviously a great worker. You're a great boss.
I wouldn't say love. I'm not.
Well, all right.
We're trying to help you out, buddy.
Yeah,
no
bro.
problem.
You're not helping yourself here. You're a great boss. We respect you a lot. We want you to cut Bashir a little slack here because if the Eagles win the Super Bowl, he is just going to be overjoyed, and he wants to share that joy with his loved ones.
And nobody else is showing up to work either.
Yeah,
no one's working.
And he's going to work twice as hard on his next day at work. All right, there you go, Bashir. You're good.
I appreciate you guys. You know what? That's why I love you guys more in the afternoon show. See, like more.
See, yep.
People helping people.
Yep. That's what we are. We are. You're a foxhole guy, Bashir.
Now, getting to my point, I don't know who made this option between either or because they're both terrible. They're both both options are terrible.
Yep.
I'm gonna be like the guy said, but previously, I'm gonna be passed out. I'm gonna be in fetal position. Either option. I do think I would more so lean towards being down 4 in 2 minutes.
Wow. So you want the ball at down 4?
I want the ball. I want Jalen to march down the field, prove to everyone that you're the one. You call yourself the breed of one. Prove you're the one.
Okay.
Well, I mean, let me tell you, Bashir, there are a lot of things I can argue against with Jalen Hurts. If Jalen marches the Eagles down in the final 2 minutes to score a touchdown against the Kansas City Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, I would have very little to say.
Becomes a little harder.
Yeah, it would become much harder. I mean, elite winner. Elite winning. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Sure.
I mean, I think there is some of that too. Like some of me wants, not with this situation specifically, but with this game, I want him to go out there and show what he has, not just in I won the game thing, but in his specific play. And in this situation, as I said, it would definitely be hard to argue against.
For sure would.
Yeah. All right, Bashir.
And
well, we hope you're off on Monday, brother.
No, like I said, he's going to know. I'm not coming in. It's not an option.
All right.
But what if they lose? Are you going to go in? That's the other question.
Oh, yeah, they lose. I'm going to be depressed. So I got to take off anyway. I'm going to be depressed.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
I think you're just going to have to take off is the main point here.
Either or.
Yep. All right, Bashir. Appreciate you, brother.
Would you rather go to work after an Eagles win or an Eagles loss?
Well, if I just had a normal job?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, not our job.
Yeah. Eagles loss.
Eagles loss.
It's a little easier to wake up the day after an Eagles win, though. Eagles loss is kind of.
Well, it depends what you do after the win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If
Yeah.
you got the Super Bowl
For sure.
and celebrating.
I might be up till 11:30
Right? Oh, yeah.
if they win the game.
I think you might be on. Are you gonna go streaking down North Jersey? You're gonna go maybe into New York?
Like on our street? Our
Yeah.
street's an oval.
I think you should go into Queens. I think you should go into Manhattan, just running with an Eagles
Now,
flag.
you know, I live mostly among Giants fans,
Oh,
so
yeah. Yes.
they know I'm an Eagles fan. I go streaking around the oval. It might be the end of me.
They know you're an Eagles fan.
Well, yeah, there's a couple of cops live on my street too. I might get arrested.
No,
yeah,
wow,
yeah.
getting crazy.
Throw the book at me.
You got an Eagles flag waving outside?
No,
your
I
window?
wear. wear Eagles gear when I go out on my little walks with
Love
the dog. Yeah, they know.
And you're out there for a long time. So
I am.
they
I walk
see a lot of spike.
A lot of me. 215-592-9494. Get to your calls right after Jack tells you about Scott Honda and their newest locations.
Yeah, well, listen, you've heard me talk about my friend Scott Honda. I bought my first car there. I bought my current car there. And a couple weeks ago, I went in and test drove Honda's first all-electric SUV, the Honda Prologue, and I was blown away. It was sleek, sporty, packed with technology, really, really great car. So right now, Scott and Honda has special offers on the Prologue. 0% APR for up to 72 months and special offers on other Honda models too. Visit Scott Honda in Westchester or Scott Honda in Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always smooth sailing, and tell them Fritz sent you.
Subject to credit approval. Not all buyers or vehicles qualify.
Sorry. I needed to get that in there so you know that it is subject to credit approval.
That's right.
Matt in Schuylkill County, you're on WIP. What's up, Matt?
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Man, it's going good. It's been a fun week in New Orleans, and it has aged me at least 4 years. And there will be
another weekend.
Yeah, there's going to be a detox when I get home. I can tell you that.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I'm just calling regarding who has the ball 2 minutes and 8 seconds left. I think it's crazy to give the ball to the offense. All year we've relied on Jalen, or we've relied on Saquon. We've talked about, the offense, the rest of the players not getting the ball as much. You don't have Saquon with 2 minutes left. You're going to have a completely different offense out there. You have Spags that's going to be able to, he's not going to let Jalen dink and dunk you down to the 20 so they can throw a couple balls to the end zone. I think you're going to face a really tough defense from a Hall of Fame defensive coordinator, and you have Jalen doing something he hasn't had to do all year long. So I think it's crazy to put the offense out there.
Yeah, I think it's as much about the fear. Maybe I'm giving a little too much respect to Mahomes and Reed. Maybe that's what it is.
Yes.
And
Mike's been saying they're overrated all week.
Yes, all year he's been saying they're overrated.
Go Birds!
Go Birds!
You didn't catch it.
He called it. You called it. I'll give you that. But still, go Birds.
Des Bryant.
Des Bryant.
Yeah.
He didn't catch it.
Sorry, part of this show this week has been.
No, it was not a catch.
That was a catch.
No, it
bro.
wasn't.
It took 3 steps afterwards.
No, go ahead. You can argue about it.
Go ahead, Jack.
No, it's just like he didn't make a football move. I agree with the call. He didn't
the
catch
football move, the
Yeah.
famous football move.
3 steps and he reached for the end zone.
it. Dude, I'm in an argumentative mood.
You really are.
Yeah. Something woke Jack up.
No,
Is it the lion's mane?
Yeah, no, he's missing the kids.
Oh, is that what?
I
it is?
actually am.
Yeah,
I am. I have. Yeah. I miss walking.
Part of the show, Matt, all week has been.
I didn't even know Matt was still.
Yeah,
Matt's not even there.
Matt, part of the show all week has been us yelling at people that nobody knows who we're yelling at until we clarify it afterwards. Yesterday was Myles Garrett. Today it's Des Bryant. I think mine is maybe I'm being a little too respectful and fearful of the Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes pair, and also maybe I'm not giving enough respect to Spagnuolo, who, by the way, the Buffalo Bills were in this exact situation with a great quarterback, a guy who very well could win the MVP this year, and they didn't succeed. And it was Spagnuolo who dialed up the exact right blitz at the exact right time. I think it's a tough thing, but at the end of the day, I don't want to die the slow death of Patrick Mahomes actually dinking and dunking the ball down the field. They'll catch it for 8 yards. And I can just feel the first play is an 8-yard completion to Travis Kelce that he gets 23 yards out of. And all of a sudden they're on the 43 after one play and he gets out of bounds and there's still 2 minutes and 1 second left. So they get one more play before the 2-minute warning. Like I can see the drive play by play happening in my head. That's my fear.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Fair. I don't think it's going to matter. I think it's Birds by 21. I think by the fourth quarter, victory beers will be poured. So
all right,
hopefully
brother.
this doesn't have to come to fruition at all.
Man, a stress-free
All right.
fourth quarter.
All right, thanks,
that
Matt.
feels impossible.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, we've had a number of listeners. I don't know if they see something I don't see, but we've had a number of people this week say they see a big Eagles.
I've gotten a lot of texts from people who I think are reasonable.
Yeah.
Eagles fans, not like, that have been feeling like a blowout. I've moved close to it. I feel like it's going to be a win. I can't get to the blowout thing.
Yeah, that's just bad.
A blowout. Predicting a blowout in the Super Bowl feels.
Especially against this team.
Against the Chiefs.
Yeah. I remember.
just don't see that happening very often.
It is funny that the only game that I felt supremely confident in of the Eagles in the last 10 years is the Super Bowl in 2018.
Yeah, they were going to win that game.
Yeah, I think we all knew after the Minnesota game that they were going to find a way.
But no, you know what that really was?
What
the hell do we have to lose?
Right,
We're
yes.
already in there with the backup quarterback.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
I think part of them felt it
pressure
too.
on them. Yeah, there's no pressure.
Absolutely.
Pressure was on the Patriots.
And
it just had that magic feel.
It did
in 17.
Yeah. And there is, it's funny. We were talking yesterday about the pressure on the Eagles because I think from an organizational standpoint, there is a lot. With having the year Saquon had, the number of free agents they have for next year, the relative health we've had, and on top of it, when you talk from an organizational perspective, being 2 out of the 3 Chiefs Super Bowl wins in their three-peat would be the Eagles. We would then maybe move to a team that is a team that hasn't been able to get it done as opposed to a team that is always winning. I don't feel like the players feel that. Now, you guys probably felt that in your era in the TO year. You must have felt that pressure.
Yeah.
External and internal, right?
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. But you know what? We felt with that team, we embraced it. We felt like we were the best team in the NFL once we got TO.
Okay. All right.
So, to me, it was more or less like, not are we going to win, it's by how much are we going to win.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until he got injured, when he broke his ankle, did we ever have any doubt as to whether or not can we go get this thing done. But prior to that, we felt like we were the best team in football.
Really? So that even the 2 weeks leading up to the Super Bowl, you were like, oh, man, if we don't get this done, was there any of that going through you a little bit?
You know what? I think back on that time, and everybody's different, right?
Yeah,
So
sure.
other guys may have felt something different. For me, it was more or less like, we're not at our best. So why is this expected?
Right.
Again, I didn't know. We hadn't seen T.O. in 6 weeks.
Right.
So we didn't know he was going out there and getting 9 catches for 122 yards.
Yep.
Prior to that, it was, dude, we had to go out here and beat Belichick and Brady under man.
Right.
So I think for us, it was more or less, let's go out here and let the chips fall where they may.
Right.
It didn't have as much pressure like we have to win this game because part of us felt like we're not at our best right now. So even if they beat us, you're not beating the best version of what we had been all year long.
Right. I always wonder that when there is that anxiety, like in the fans, in the media, like how much of that transfers over to the players themselves. Yeah. I think you're right. It's probably different for every player, right?
Yeah. And the quarterback and the head coach may have felt it differently because when we lost those conference championship games, those two took the blunt of the criticism.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The rest of the team not doing our part as well. They didn't lose those games by themselves, but they took the brunt of the criticism as quarterbacks and head coaches do.
Yeah. Yeah. It is that entire thing is really that entire dynamic is interesting to me because we were just talking about the AFC Championship game. I thought the beginning of that game, Josh Allen felt the weight of the game he had to play right there.
Yes,
he did. And he settled in and played a good game. But in that first drive, he basically threw 3 passes that should have been picked off.
Yep.
It felt you could see the jitter.
He probably did.
Yeah.
Because he's been there. He's heard it all week about him and Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
And losing out there in the playoffs.
Yep.
He probably did feel that.
The best suggestion I saw to get the Bills over the hump, and I apologize because I forget who saw it, was go hire Spags to be your head coach. Your problem has been your defense, not your offense.
Right.
Take away their greatest, asset against you, and pay him whatever he wants. And because Sean McDermott's supposed to be the defense guy over there, and it's been the defense that has. Yes. And the defense has been what has failed. I know people put it on the quarterback. I think
when you
Josh Allen.
29, you've done enough to get there.
Josh Allen has been good hasn't been perfect, but overall has been a very good playoff performance.
Well, especially against that Chiefs offense, allowing 32 points.
Right. All right, coming up next, in person. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We are so lucky. Of all the Hall of Famers, we saw Andre Reed, we saw Des Bryant. There's so many great current and former NFL players walking around here, but Sheil Kapadia, who I believe is the best of all of them, of the Ringer, joins us next here in New Orleans. This is the WIP Afternoon Show with Ike, Spike, and Fritz.
Super Bowl 59 is your chance to hit the jackpot on FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge Casino, America's #1 sportsbook. Because with FanDuel's $5 million touchdown jackpot, you can win a share of $5 million in bonus bets. All you have to do is place an anytime touchdown scorer bet before the game kicks off. And if your player scores the first or last TD, you'll win a bet then. Plus, you get a chance to share bonus bets. Now, it doesn't matter if you're watching your favorite team or you're rooting against rivals. FanDuel is giving everyone something to cheer for during the Super Bowl 59. So don't miss your chance to score in the biggest game of the year with FanDuel's $5 million touchdown jackpot. Just visit FanDuel.com/Ike to get in on the action. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of 94 WIP.
21 plus in President, Pennsylvania. Opt-in required. Each $2.5 million prize pool to be split equally among all eligible participants who made the correct picks. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 21 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is it. This flock of Eagles is heading to New Orleans. A championship season in the making.
I don't care how we win, as long as we win.
Now the Eagles head to New Orleans with their eyes on the Lombardi Prize. The Eagles Radio Network, presented by PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. The Verizon pregame show starts at 4. Then Merrill and Mike have the call.
The season started with Merrill Reese and Canton, and it's going to end with the Eagles down in New Orleans.
Followed by the PDQ Restaurant Point of Sale Systems postgame show on your exclusive home for the NFC champion Eagles. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Wing pull, wing pull, wing pull. Club Risque brings you Wing Pull 25. Friday, February 7th. Doors open at 8 a.m. A wing eating contest, thousands in cash prizes, and hosted by Megastar Alexis, Texas. Friday, February 7th. Doors open at 8 a.m. Club Risque, Philly.
Fuel up, Birds fans. Get ready for the big game with an Eagles Party Box from Philly Pretzel Factory. As the preferred pretzel of the Philadelphia Eagles, our warm, salty pretzels are wrapped in Eagles pride and packed with your choice of mini pretzels or our famous salted rivets. Pair with any of our various dips to elevate your snacking experience. Pre-order now at phillypretzelfactory.com or download our app to earn rewards with every bite.
At NJM Insurance, we're like a symphony. It all starts by doing the right thing. Add in dedicated reps and put policyholders first. But no jingles or mascots because it's just not us. Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
Carrier has the home comfort you need and financing options to fit any budget. Right now, you can enjoy 60 months financing on a new home comfort system. Turn to your local Carrier dealer for efficient heating and cooling performance, healthier indoor air, and convenient monthly payments for qualified buyers. Visit nopaycarrier.com. That's nopaycarrier.com. Carrier, turn to the experts.
The best time of year for football is finally here. The big game has arrived, and fans are excited to see who will be hoisting the trophy in New Orleans. You can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Check out their big game giveaway promo for a chance to win $1 million in prizes. 25 winners will walk away with $10K in cash, and 7,500 winners will get $100 in bonus bets. No deposit or bet required. Opt in today in the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small, loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, really? That's great.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
As of 9 a.m. this morning, our EV trucking company is officially in operation.
Andrew's zero-emission trucks are driving the transportation category
We'll
forward.
make driving safer, easier, and less stressful.
Now our technology needs to keep up with demand.
He needs to put pedal to the metal on hiring more software engineers.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My check engine light's on?
That could hurt your gas mileage. The AutoZone free Fix Finder service can help find the fix for free.
Get in the zone. This whole report for free?
That's right, printed and on your phone for free.
Get in the zone. But what if the fix is too tough?
We'll recommend a local shop. Fix Finder, only at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is Andrew Bogish with an Odyssey Sports Minute. It's hard to knock Scott Boras after getting Juan Soto $1 bazillion this offseason, but Pete Alonso's free agency did not go well. No long-term 9-figure deal for the first baseman. Instead, Alonso re-signing with the Mets for $30 million for the season. Then he'll likely opt out next winter, and we'll do this all over again. And maybe then somebody else should be repping Alonso. I'm Andrew Bogish.
94 WIP HD1 Philadelphia, live from the Tasty Cake Studios. An Odyssey Sports Station. This is the afternoon show. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
What you know about rolling down in the deep?
It is the WIP afternoon show with Ike, Spike, and Fritz in New Orleans, getting you ready for Super Bowl 59. Hear it all on WIP on Sunday. We are joined in person. First time in my run of the show having Sheil here in person. Sheil Kapadia of The Ringer joins us here. How you doing, brother?
It's great to see you guys in person. I feel like Eagles Town Hall, Eagles Super Bowl. That's when we do the in-person hits, and we got one of them this year. So it's great to see you.
This is a big one, brother.
Yeah, big game, Sheil.
Yeah.
Now, here's my question for Sheil. Why do you always wear Seattle stuff if you're from Philadelphia? You wear a Mariners hat around here the other day.
Right, okay.
He didn't live there.
Listen.
He lived there for 2 years.
Listen, so Ike will be the only one who can relate to this. As a bald man, the hat is an accessory. It's like AI when he wore the Boston hat, you remember?
Yeah.
It wasn't because he liked the Red Sox. When you wear a ball, you got to have different colors, different fits, and this happens to look great on me. So that's why I'm wearing a Seattle Supersonics.
Are you trying to prove
hat.
your objectivity, Big J?
I like a green hat.
Yeah.
I can't wear a Sonics hat. This guy. I am Big J, all right?
Yeah.
You're going to check the receipts.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all I have to say for the rest of
Look at the resume. Look at the resume.
Exactly.
Sheil, we haven't. I think we were the first ones to ask you this, and we actually started the show with it today because we never opened it up to the audience. The scenario.
Yeah.
Right. The 2 minute. I've 2 minutes 7 seconds. Whether you would rather have the ball down 4 or give it to the Chiefs up 4 on the 20-yard line. I believe when we first asked you, you said, "Give me the ball," rather than giving it to Mahomes. Have you changed that at all?
I haven't. No, actually, I feel stronger about it now probably than I did a week ago.
Really?
I just feel like as much, you look at the makeup of this Eagles team, and I know you probably have more faith in the defense than the offense, but it's that specific scenario. 2 minutes, 7 seconds left. You don't want Patrick Mahomes to have the football and say, you got to get a stop here. And so I feel like Jalen Hurts is going to play well in this football game. The stage is big. You don't see him crumble in those. I don't think the moment's going to be too big for him there. And so I would rather have the Eagles have the football with a chance to win it.
Ike, you want to fight with him or no? Just let him have his opinion.
Ike's got the dig.
Listen, I got the
Yeah.
I got that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go, Sheil. Class it up, Kapadia.
Yeah, I just look at it as I'd rather have the points, right? I'd
Have the
rather
lead.
I'd rather be up already with the lead.
Yeah.
And have my defense go out there. I mentioned to them last segment, this Eagles offense this year has not been in a situation where they had to run a 2-minute drill to win a game late. So I don't know if I would necessarily have faith in that. We do better with the 4-minute offense when we can give the ball to Saquon and let them run out the eat up clock, right, to win games that way. And the defense has been in that situation a couple times this year, and they've come up with the big play late to win games.
Yeah, by the skin of their teeth a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
that's what it
you're
would
right.
be.
You're
It
right.
would be by the skin of your teeth.
You're right. Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about this.
You can also lose by the skin of your teeth.
That's right. I mean, if they win this thing and we're reliving this Super Bowl run years to come, that Jalen Carter sack on Matt, where if he doesn't get there right there, who knows what kind, we're probably not having this conversation. So it's funny, those moments that you need to fall your way. In 2017, there was that moment against the Falcons. You always have to have those lucky moments along the way just to get here.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing.
Yep.
You know, it's rare when you get to this game and all of a sudden who you've been all year long isn't how you win the game.
Yeah.
Usually who you've been all year long shows up in this game as well, and that's how you perform at your best. So I look at the Eagles, and I'm like, they're a team who has not had to fight to win games, late in games, come from behind. I don't even know if we're in the right mindset to do that as a unit and have that confidence when you get the ball.
I think it's a great point about the defense, because I'm sure you guys have felt this. I felt it listening to the station, that this is a confident fan base. You felt that, right?
Yes.
This has not generally been a city where we got this, in big games. Like growing up, there's always anxiety and you're thinking worst case scenario. I have never seen the Eagles fan base in a spot like this. I haven't talked to a friend, listener, or anyone who's like, Chiefs, dreading this game, that the Chiefs are going to beat them. And I was trying to think about why that is. And I do think it's because this defense is so good. This defense has been so consistently good. Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Matt, they've been tested. 2022, they weren't, Kirk Cousins and Daniel Jones, they weren't tested. Like, you've been tested this year by offenses that, could be better than this Chiefs offense, and you've come through every time. So I think that's where the confidence comes from. And so that's why it is a hard question that you pose.
Yep. Sheil Kapadia of The Ringer with us. Sheil, you do a lot of digging in. You look at a lot of stats, look at a lot of film, talk to a lot of people. In the 2 weeks since you've been looking at this game, what has risen to you as like, this is the matchup that will decide the game?
Feels like Spags versus Jalen Hurts in the passing game. I mean, it really does. I know that it doesn't have to be perfect. Listen, the passing game doesn't need to put the team on their back. I'm not saying that. I think you're going to be able to run the football well. I think the defense is going to play well. But I'm not expecting a blowout. I don't know about you guys. So if you're talking about just the margins and where this game is decided, Spags is just so good at finding ways to get inside a quarterback's head, to create a free pass rusher, whether he's blitzing, whether it's the illusion of pressure from Jim Johnson that he learned back in the day, those types of things, just to confuse the quarterback, create that indecision. Because the lowest moments of this season have been when we're watching games and Jalen Hurts is standing back there, and you're going, what's going on here? Sack, throwaway. It feels like they can't complete a pass. You can't have that scenario come up in this game. So
the guy that you want to give the ball to at the end of
I'm
on your side.
I was wondering why Ike was looking at me like the nonverbal. I wasn't picking up the nonverbal. You see, in person, it's hard for me. But no, that's true. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'll change my mind by the end of this conversation.
Here we go, another one.
But I do think that's the matchup. Again, he doesn't have to throw for 300. He needs to be efficient and make those. It might be 3 to 5 plays, honestly, in the game where that's going to decide it. He needs to make those plays.
Well, and not to bring it back to that original scenario, but the Bills got the scenario we're talking about, and Spags dialed up the right thing at the right time, and Josh Allen, who's had a great season, just made the wrong play at the wrong time.
Here's the thing, and here's what I'm worried about with Spags. But see, these coaches, they get all these extra weeks to prepare, right?
Yep.
So on his chart, he has 2-minute offense. This is where he struggles at. This is how I'm going to attack him. So he's going to have something in his bag that we haven't seen. He's going to bring you another blitz that maybe somebody else has run before that you've never seen with his guys. I don't know. You give me the lead, and I'm like, all right, I'll pray and hang on by praying for the defense to hang on.
All right, now I'm flip-flopping back to my original one. Maybe I'm wrong about this, but I've heard players and coaches talk all the time about when you are in a 2-minute offense and you're going no tempo, up tempo, that makes it harder on a defense to get to all the complicated stuff and all the big and all those things. So sometimes the defense is forced to play a little bit more vanilla in those situations because they got to line up and play. They don't have time. So maybe that is I'm going back. Give Jalen the football.
There it goes.
He's going to bring it home. So there you go.
That works all the way to it's that 4th and 7, 4th and 5, and they've called a timeout. They called that timeout so they can gather themselves and this is what we're going to run right now. So, but you know what? Hopefully it is a 10-point lead and we won't need to worry about it.
Yep.
And we don't have to all be sweating at the end of this game.
So this is a very basic question, but it's one we've had some debate over, and I haven't heard a lot of people answering it. And I don't want you to say talented, blah, blah, blah. Who is the better football team, the Philadelphia Eagles or the Kansas City Chiefs, all things considered?
I think the Eagles are the better football team. If I add, it's as you framed it. Yes, it's sort of best team versus best quarterback is really what it is. So it's kind of that test of how much can the best quarterback in the NFL make up. They've got deficiencies on their roster. Left guard, right tackle, the wide receiver group, no one would call them above average. The running back group, no one would call them above average. Chris Jones is a great pass rusher. You look at the defensive line as a whole, it's not the best group in the world. And you just look at this Eagles team. I've never seen it in my lifetime, where especially on offense, where you've had a group this talented, where you just go up and down the depth chart. These guys, so many of these guys could go down as like a top 3 Eagle at their position in franchise history when their career is over. Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Lane Johnson, Devontae Smith. You can Jalen. Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
yes.
Yeah, so you go up and down, and they're just so talented that I think when you frame it that way and say who has the better team, I do think that the Eagles have the better team.
All right. How confident are you the Eagles can run the ball successfully in the way that we've seen? Not just run the ball, but they've relied on the running game for big plays as well against this Kansas City Chiefs defense.
I'm confident. I was thinking about
I
am. And I know the Chiefs can do things, but there's been a lot of defenses this year where you say this team's been good against the run or this coordinator's going to stack the box. How many times have we been on here on a Thursday for my hit saying what was wrong with the run game last week? If there was a game in there, I don't remember it. Maybe there was 1 or 2, but I've been thinking about Saquon Barkley, and his sort of career has been building up to this moment. Great in high school, great in college. Then he gets stuck because in football, you can't show your greatness unless your teammates are allowing you to show your greatness. That is football. And he was stuck there in New York. He gets behind this offensive line, and we've seen, I've called it the best individual offensive performance from an Eagle I've seen in my lifetime.
Yeah, we've
agree?
We've gotten on the same spot.
Yeah, same thing. So I've seen that, and I just feel like there's no injury. We know, he's got 2 weeks to prepare. I just feel like he's going to be so ready for this moment where it sounds crazy to say, but I almost can't envision a scenario where we're talking next week, well, Saquon only had, 60 yards on 15. I honestly can't envision that scenario. I'm so confident that at some point it doesn't mean they're going to win, but at some point he's going to have that moment where he breaks one and everyone's going crazy.
Yep.
Brian Baldinger said to us, he called him the best player in the NFL this year. Player. Not just MVP. Like he said, that Saquon Barkley this year is the best player in the NFL. And it'll be hard to explain to people who didn't watch this season what it felt like watching him, but it was his combination of speed, ability, elusiveness, and power. And you're talking about that whole thing where he's been building to it. You see it in his play and in his eyes.
Yeah, and listen, He got robbed out of getting that record over Eric Dickerson. and
There it
he's
is.
He's
What
running with
time?
anger.
First time this week, I believe.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
We saw Eric.
Yeah, 3/12, February 6th. Wait, so every day.
But he got robbed by his own team.
Yeah, every day Ike brings up the fact that he got robbed of the record. I always mark the time of what he brings
I
up.
still can't believe he's had 6 games without 100 yards this year.
It doesn't feel
That's
like
hard
it, right?
to believe.
Yeah.
It feels like
I
every game he's
remember
going for
I
120.
remember the Cleveland game
Yes.
Right.
and the Cowboy game, the one in Dallas, because they didn't play in the fourth quarter.
Steelers game, I remember because
that's right.
That was
That's what
passing
cost us
game.
the MVP.
Yeah.
I've never heard a broadcast talk about a running back like they talk about Saquon Barkley, where they make the
Right.
point that, hey, if you stack the box, that's dangerous because when he gets past there, it's over. I mean, you see these safeties in the open field, and it's over. So he's presenting problems to defenses that I really don't remember a running back being talked about this way before.
All right, Sheil. We always end with your prediction. You've been pretty good this year, even though the haters tell you that they haven't.
Thank you.
been.
Thank you.
What is? I'm being shaken by Craig Carton. Give us your prediction.
First, I want on the record that, I was on the morning show and they played a drum roll and said, Sheil, what is your prediction for this game? I know Jack didn't, he could have cut the audio and played it to make me look loyal to you guys. He didn't do that, so I can tell the story.
No, only
And
makes
it
people
only
look
make-
bad.
Only makes
on
me
audio.
look bad. So I said, I'm sorry, but I cannot give you the prediction. It's been 8 years where I saved the prediction for the app. So I just want to prove my loyalty
Okay.
to you guys. All right.
Thank you.
Having said that, I think we're getting a tight game. I really think we're getting a classic. I don't think you're going to be able to relax in the fourth quarter. It's Patrick Mahomes. Nobody. He's lost by more than 8 points. I think it's 5 times in his entire career. His entire
half the Delaware
career.
Valley predicting a blowout.
Yeah, right. Yeah, more than 8 points, 5 times in it. So it's never going to feel comfortable. It's going to come down to the fourth quarter. And the scenario that you guys just pointed out, it's going to be very similar.
Oh, boy.
Except the Eagles are going to have the ball with the lead. And Nick Sirianni is going to face a 4th and 4. And he's going to have to decide. We're up by a field goal. Do I kick the field goal?
Go for it,
Or
Nick.
do I try to step on the throat?
Go for it, Nick.
Steps on the throat.
Yeah!
Jalen Hurts drops back. Devontae Smith, completion, kneel downs. Eagles 24, Chiefs 21. Eagles win the Super Bowl for the second time in franchise history.
There it is.
Way to lay it out, Sheil.
Yeah.
The under.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mike's
The
all
important
over the
thing,
under.
right?
Yep.
All right, Sheil. Well, we've loved you all year, brother.
Yes, sir, brother.
It's been a lot of
Yes,
fun.
sir.
And
Yeah.
We'll talk to you next week
Thank
either
you.
way, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Right.
See you
Yes,
guys.
sir.
All right, thanks,
Hope to
Sheil.
see you at the parade next week.
Yeah. Carton, you want to join us?
Oh,
Great.
a Hall of
Carton.
Famer.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, get Shield out of here.
Yeah.
A real football guy's getting on.
Yeah,
now,
Benedict Arnold himself, Trey Carton, just left us. He left us at the fan. FS
Check.
FS1 Trey Carton.
Check.
You
Yeah.
still know how to do
My
this?
mic sounds nice. Check 1. All right, I'm good.
How you doing,
What's
brother?
up, fellas?
Oh, it's so good to see you.
That guy was my boss.
I know.
Yeah, mine too at one point.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to him.
Yeah, see, I was just going to ask. You didn't think I was your boss.
No, you
Yeah.
weren't.
Yeah.
It's only boss and title. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he was. Well, he was the boss of like the Midday show.
Yeah, well,
That was the deal.
Well, one thing
WFAN.
I know.
Evan looked at me as a boss.
A little
I think.
bit, but like
yeah.
the program director at FAN basically was the boss of one show,
Yes. The
and it
Midday
was a
show.
3-hour show. Yeah, but I'm so happy for you.
Oh, thank
Look
you,
at
man.
you, big star.
Yeah.
Compton dogs, selling
Yeah.
dogs.
No, not
dogs.
selling dogs.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Dogs.
Well, how are you enjoying the new show on FS1?
Which one? Oh, the one I'm doing?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
It's, look, Mark Schlereth is great. I don't know how well you guys know him or if you've ever had him on.
Yep.
But he's good because self-deprecating offensive lineman.
Yep.
And yet still reminds me that he won 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so he still
Got that in his
that.
back pocket. Yeah.
Yeah, like Greg Jennings is on our show a lot. So he came in today rocking the Packers ring. And he goes, Mark, how come you're not rocking yours? He goes, hard to fit 3 of them in the bag. So he's cool. And Danny, who's a radio guy from Chicago,
Danny Parkins.
is
Yep.
a good dude who I didn't know prior to this. You know, look, we're all stealing money. Right? Let's be honest about it.
Yeah.
None of us are
Since
working.
we're being honest, yeah.
Yeah, like we
Yeah.
are working. You come in, you tell a couple your jokes, you talk some sports, you go home, and
Yeah.
you know it's all good. Like blessed for sure.
Certainly beats working.
No doubt, no doubt. Like your listeners are working.
Yes.
Right.
Like you can never lose sight of the fact. Like I always used to say, you can't. Shame on you if you come in a bad mood.
Right.
F that.
Right. We have the greatest job in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The blue collar guys, and white collar guys that are listening are working.
Yep.
Like you're talking sports for 4 hours. If you come in pissy, I get out.
Yeah.
I don't hear you guys complain about traffic.
Now,
especially that guy.
Why?
Yeah.
He
don't wanna hear you
I don't complain about
anything.
anything.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
That's how you don't get a raise.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you want to be his agent?
Yeah. So we had a port op at Fan, been there for 30 plus years. Eddie Scazzeri.
Yep.
One of the great, radio port ops, just a radio lifer, right? Never asked for a raise.
Now, Jack's name is in the show, just so you know.
It's Ike
People forget
and
that.
Fritz, right?
Ike, Spike, and Fritz.
Oh, you're in the name too?
Oh, you're the worst.
Like, don't we have to test them out first?
Oh, come on,
It's
bro.
your show, man.
Well, it was it's a big part of the reason he came back.
Yeah.
It's funny. When I left IP originally in 97.
Yep.
I came back, and for a short time, I did the Brian Mitchell show.
Yep.
And B. Mitch is here, actually sitting near
He's
you
over
guys.
there.
Yep.
Yeah. And I hadn't seen Brian in a while, but it dawned on me, like, a lot of people knew who I was in Philly.
Yep.
But it was the Brian Mitchell show. Ike.
I remember
Come on,
listening
man.
to the Brian Mitchell show.
Yeah.
Yes.
The best
Could I
thing-
get an Ike Reese show with Spike
Oh,
Eston
yeah,
and
that's
Jack
fine.
Fritz? Okay.
But Ike's
all
the
right.
star. Ike's got to go
All
first.
right.
And
Okay.
Fritz-
Don't let him divide and conquer.
Just here.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, that's what he does.
Divide and conquer.
Yo, so I was so when every Monday night, Brian and I would do the Brian Mitchell show for one season, right? And I'll never forget, like week 4, whatever it was. It's like show's gonna start. Where's B Mitch at? Where's he at? And he was a punctual dude, right?
Yeah.
Professional.
Yeah.
And he comes running in like as we're about to go on the air. I go, man, where were you? He goes, do you know how hard it is to park a Lamborghini in this town?
Oh, man.
That's B. Mitch.
Yeah.
B. Mitch.
So,
Yeah.
you know, big TV star now, all that stuff. You're one of the things that people ask me about you, because every when I started working at Fan, they wanted to know what it was like to work with two specific people, Boomer and you.
Yeah.
What's Boomer like? What's Craig
Yeah.
like? What I always say about Craig is the reason I like working with you is that Craig he's like a radio guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You
Yo,
just
no,
know
yeah.
him when you talk
I'm
to
a
him.
radio geek for sure.
You must miss it a little bit.
I do,
Right?
100%.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, especially when, look, being on New York is such a fabric of my life and who I am. And, as much as I have this kind of hate relationship now with Philadelphia, like 93 to 97 is when I learned how to do radio.
Yeah.
And even though he was a complete ass, Tom Bigby taught me how to do radio.
Right.
I was in Buffalo for 7 months. Great. I was in Cleveland for a year, did well. And then I got to Philly. I didn't know how to do radio. So even though I hated the man with a passion, he taught me how to do radio the right way. And how to sell an audience on, as crazy as your belief might be, how to be unwavering in it and come to the table every day prepared. And so that started me off on a path of success. And I owe a lot of that to him. But I love radio. So, there are moments for sure when there's an obvious, really awesome, passionate, talk that you want to be a part of.
Yeah.
Because you have a take on it.
Yeah.
And no one else has that take.
Yeah.
And you can't be unless you call in a voice rayon, which I have done.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I don't have any
a few
doubt.
times.
Yeah.
But it's funny because as a New York fan, when you're on the radio at the Fan in New York, obviously what do? You attack Philly.
Oh, I know that. I didn't know that.
I went the other way when I got here. I was like, attack
New York.
Yep.
And what's crazy, like my in-laws live in Huntington Valley. My wife is from Philadelphia.
I've always known that,
And I've been told it is not safe for me to walk on the street of Philadelphia until after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I'm strangely okay with that.
Yeah.
I think did you pick us? You picked the
Yeah.
Eagles, didn't you?
So it's crazy. So in
You got a
August-
pro Philly turn. I've been looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's with that? It doesn't pass my spell test.
Yeah. And I'm cemented in this job, so I don't want you setting
it's like,
anything up.
Are
here.
you? Because I hear McNair's gunning for it.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah. I mean,
the back.
You talk about a lack of talent.
Oh, there it is.
Lord.
Here we go.
Like
There
we
it
were
is.
talking about that being the heyday of IP, not with that loser.
All right.
All right. In any
There it
event.
is.
Oh, good. You own a beer company. Great. I don't like beer. All right. In any event, the beer's maybe it's good. I don't know. No, but like. You attacked New York. I attacked Philly.
Yeah.
Because it's what you do. But in August, when they got Saquon,
Yep.
all right, and I know Saquon a little bit. You guys obviously know him better than I do at this point. That was it. Because you got the best defensive line in the sport. You got the best offensive line in the sport. And along the way, as you guys were going on this run, something became obvious to me, and I'm obviously not a Philly fan. And it was really troubling for me. Jalen Hurts is the most underappreciated, disrespected quarterback
Talk to him.
in the sport.
Talk to him. That's two of them right there.
Yeah, I don't get that. All the guy does is win. And put it this way. Let's say the Eagles do beat Kansas City, right?
Yeah.
There's only 7 quarterbacks in the history of the league.
I've heard.
So say good things about him.
I do say good things about him, but I also say critical things about him. That's my job.
Yes.
He begrudgingly says good things.
No.
But why is it going to be begrudgingly? Like, what do you want the guy to do?
Yeah, aren't you an Eagles fan?
He's a quarterback. Throw the ball accurately a lot. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but hold on. So you have the best running back in football.
Yeah, you can do
no one's
both.
going to debate that.
You can do both.
Okay. But
Kurt Warner threw the ball with Marshall Faulk back there.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
But if you can win by running the football, run the damn football.
All right. You're trying to get my job. I don't need that. Yeah.
If I wanted your job, I'd be sitting there.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wait, hold on. Because last year you almost split apart the entire locker room when you went on the.
God.
Oh yeah.
And by the way, turns out somebody was right. And none of you go back in time and go, we probably should apologize to Craig. He was dead right about the problems in the Eagle locker room.
All
So I
right.
wait for the apology.
Yeah, all right.
Insider of the year.
Yeah,
Craig
Insider
Carter.
of the year.
Remember,
Craig Carter.
we didn't apologize, but we certainly blamed it on you.
Yeah.
We certainly blamed it when it got out there. The story
Turns
got
out a year later, they all came out and said, yeah, we got a problem. Thank you, Brandon Graham.
So when I was in New York with Craig, you were doing the responsible gaming stuff with FanDuel, visits to colleges, and I thought I saw you did a high school. Did you
A
do
couple. You know, it's funny.
Yeah.
At first, a lot of high schools were like, we're afraid of the conversation. Kids, head of the sand stuff.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they wake up one day and half their friends and their sons are gambling.
Right.
And they're like, "Uh-oh, we got ourselves a problem. We better do something about it." So I've started to do more high schools.
Okay.
But it's more of a college thing. For sure.
Yeah. Craig does. Because now everybody has access.
Yeah,
to,
the phones are the difference maker.
Well,
and
Ike.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, you might need to have a private talk with Ike and Jack. I'll see them during breaks, and I'll be like, "Hey, what do you guys talk?" Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay, it's what prop bet. So
can you please do yourself a favor?
Yeah.
Stop betting parlays. Stop.
I can't. Hold on, but you can win so much.
You're like a commercial.
Yeah, I'm locked in on the parlays.
Call me when you win that 7-leg parlay. I'll wait for the call.
Just need one.
Let's go. I can't believe I had 6 legs right, and the last one didn't come through.
I will say I've gotten better at that. I was one of those 7-leg, 8-leg guys too for a while.
Yeah.
I'm down to 3 and 4-leg parlays.
Why?
Now.
You're not going to win.
They're fun.
Do you know that 90% of all the revenue of online sports books are parlays?
By the way, he works. I mean, he does stuff for FanDuel.
I'm listening. Don't worry, I'm listening.
All right.
I'm listening to him. Believe me, I'm listening.
This is the problem with like high school kids and college kids.
Yeah.
Athletes. By definition, you're a competitive son of a gun, right?
Yep.
You hate to lose.
Yep.
That's the biggest segment of young guys that are gambling and getting into trouble because you don't tolerate losing. So you lose the bet you think you had locked down.
Right.
What's the natural thing to do?
Bet again.
Oh, I'm not a loser. I'm going to fight back. I used to do that. Like, I would lose $500,000 to Borgata and get in a limousine and go to Caesars. And lose there and get in a limousine and go to Trop.
Yeah.
Because you ain't all going to hold me back. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Well, I give you a lot of credit. You use a lot of your power for evil, like you've done some of in here. But you watching Craig talk in front of college students.
Yeah.
It talks about went through it. Talk about it passionately.
Well,
I give you a lot of
when
credit.
you talk about real, honest, lived experience.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
You can't fake the funk on that.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
And that does resonate. Whatever the experience is, if you're honest about it, and people can fact check you now, it's the crazy thing about my gambling was you whine. I know you got to take a break. It's fine. It's fine. All right. It's fine. Whatever Chevy dealership you have coming up, they'll be
he's
fine.
worried because Marcus Allen's coming over.
Marcus Allen has been playing 30 years. All right. He had one good run in the Super Bowl.
Oh,
and you're
my
like,
God.
Get Carton
We
out
gotta
here.
get. I don't
Marcus
want
Allen's
to. That's my issue.
By the way, Marcus Allen looks fantastic.
He does. I saw a lot.
You, right?
Does, yes.
I ain't got that. He's older than me.
Well,
I'll let you guys go.
Well, Craig, I'm sure everyone at Fan is monitoring when your contract situation ends at FS1 because I'm sure they're terrified.
Did you say fanatic or fan?
Fan. I said,
don't you start.
I'll take you down, Carton. I'll take you down.
Woo!
All right.
Where's Mikey Bessie?
All right.
Get him out.
No, yeah, by the way, they are.
Yeah.
But the best thing, it's guys that are currently on the air that are like, I hope he re-ups.
Yep. All right,
All
Craig.
good.
It's
Thank you.
great to see you,
And
buddy.
congrats on the success.
Thank you.
We're sure.
Yeah. All right.
We're sure.
Get out of here. Marcus Allen joins us next. It's the WIP Afternoon Show with Ike, Spike, and Fritz from New Orleans.
I've been talking about my friends from the Scott Auto Group, where I bought my very first car and my current vehicle. The Scott team just does it well, and now they have 2 Kia locations as well. So enjoy the road ahead in 2025 in the all-new Kia K4 sedan or the popular Kia Sorento. Plus, they have an amazing selection of Sportages and Seltos. With Scott Kia's offers and lease specials, you'll be seeing a lot more sailboats on the road. Visit Scott Kia Springfield and Delco or the newly opened Scott Kia in Limerick, where it's always smooth sailing.
Join Sports Radio 94 WIP Sunday starting at 3 for the official WIP Big Game Watch Party live in Live Casino Hotel Philadelphia. Catch the WIP pregame show with Joe Giglio and Hugh Douglas, followed by the big game on the big screen, synced up with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick. Touchdown! Then stick around for the postgame show, the official WIP Big Game Watch Party live in Live Casino Hotel Philadelphia. Sunday starting at 3 with Sports Radio 94 WIP. Sponsored by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
This time of year, anything can go wrong when it comes to your plumbing system. Frozen or burst pipes, leaks, clogs, corrosions, or even a loud, mysterious noise. Horizon Services has the expertise to solve any of your plumbing problems because they've seen it all. Horizon has same-day service, and if it's a bigger job, say a water heater installation, Horizon Services has money-saving warranties, rebates, and flexible payment options. Horizon Services is available 24/7, so schedule now at horizonservices.com. With Horizon Services, help is on the way.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars Rewards, where every bet you place brings you closer to perks only Caesars can offer. So download the app using promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Pennsylvania users in Pennsylvania who are 21 or older, affiliated with Harris Philadelphia. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount return as a bonus bet. Bonus bets expire 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man. High five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, bite shop.
Yeah. It's 5 years of gig speed internet,
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security,
5 years.
and 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Castlethorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Wild Fork Foods has your winning lineup for game day. From Angus beef burgers to mouth-watering wings, all blast frozen for peak freshness. Delivered straight to your door, same day for game day. Find locations and order online at wildforkfoods.com.
Wing pull, wing pull, wing pull.
Club Risque brings you Wing Pull 25. Friday, February 7th. Doors open at 8 a.m. A wing eating contest, thousands in cash prizes, and hosted by megastar Alexis Texas. Friday, February 7th. Doors open at 8 a.m. Club Risque, Philly.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Behind every champion is a great night's sleep, and Mattress Warehouse is a playmaker when it comes to finding your perfect mattress. While others try to match you, Mattress Warehouse's bed match technology is backed by science to find you the perfect fit. They've helped some of the best on the field catch their Z's. Now during this winter holiday sale, save up to 60% warehouse-wide, plus a free adjustable base with select purchases. And with free next day delivery, buy today and sleep better tomorrow. Shop mattresswarehouse.com.
Hey, it's Michael Jenkins with the Sports Betting Minute brought to you by BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. Please gamble responsibly. We are headed to the association where it's time to buy low on Houston, which has lost a season-high 4 straight. But we all know they're better than that and should be in line for a bounce-back win after that tough loss to Brooklyn. The numbers are there. Houston is still 29-20-1 against the spread this season, tied for the 4th best mark in the NBA. Meanwhile, Minnesota is just the opposite, going 20-29-1 against the spread at home this season, one of the worst records in the league. But most telling is this. When playing at home this season, Minnesota is a dreadful 5-18-1 against the number, dead last in pro basketball. So let's get on the right side with Houston and lay the points with the visitors in the Twin Cities. That's it for this Sports Betting Minute brought to you by BetMGM. Download the BetMGM app and take your game to the next level with the sportsbook born in Vegas. Please gamble responsibly.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Pennsylvania only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your nature-made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Gearing up for the big game? We are too. Join us on the Moth Podcast for a special episode dedicated to hilarious true stories about football, family, and growing up.
I loved Franco Harris so much that in 1975, I invited him to my bar mitzvah. And it was so cool that he actually sent me a telegram.
Each week on the Moth Podcast, we share stories that are funny, strange, and above all, true. Find the Moth Podcast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is WIP Goes to the Big Easy. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
It's the WIP Afternoon Show with Ike, Spike, and Fritz in New Orleans for Super Bowl 59. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be at Chickies and Pete's. So would love to see you there as we get you ready for the game as well. Joining us shortly will be Marcus Allen. Thank you to Sheil Kapadia, the Ringer, for joining us here, and Craig Carton, who is the thing that you can count on with Craig is Craig 100% of the time.
He's going to start something.
Yeah, you know exactly. I was like, oh, here we go. Nobody listened to me, blah, 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 blah. I knew we were getting that. And his story is quite a wild one as well. And it's been interesting, just as sort of your eyes on the ground here to watch Radio Row day to day to day. The first day, it's just a bunch of tables and radio guys. But as you get to a day like this, it really is, and Ike said it earlier today, it really is insane to see the number of Hall of Fame level players, great players, even just normal famous people sort of walking around here. It's it can be like distracting. You know what I mean?
Well, wait till, you may see it. We might wind up saying something a little bit later today, but even tomorrow, Friday, is probably the worst. Not worse, I should say, but when you'll get non-athletes coming through here, the celebrities coming through here.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, this is that was the one cool thing about being in Minneapolis when we were in that whole thing, is getting a chance to see a lot of those guys.
And joining us now, as he. Oh, Marcus Allen. Flip it around.
there you
There
go.
you go.
Big dog.
There it is.
He's there.
The great Marcus Allen joining us now.
Hey,
Hey, we appreciate your time, man.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Marcus is here with the Emory College of Arts and Sciences, who are doing a lot of work in CTE research and brain health and those sorts of things, which with football is always a story. It was such a huge story when the concussion stuff happened. And now it sort of feels like it's not top of the line in the press all the time, but for people like you and players and former players, it's always really, really important.
Still very important. Still something that not only impacts sports, but soldiers as well.
Yes.
Emory's a leader in neuroscience, pharmacology, sports science, and they're doing a fantastic job. There are therapeutics and trials that help reduce the swelling short term and long term. I think that they're working on very, very promising. One of the things that's it's disheartening is seeing former teammates. You notice the years go by, there may be a change. So anytime that we can promote brain health and CTE and concussions, and find solutions to improve those things. It's just really important.
Well, and the brain is of all the body parts, the brain's the least understood one, as far as science goes. And CTE, I think they can't even can they even diagnose that while you're alive? It's really just by the symptoms, right?
This lady right here.
Yep.
Christina.
Yep.
Dr. Christina. She is like the Barry Sanders of doctors, dude. I mean, she has all the answers.
Yep.
She's close. Again, working on therapeutics that are in the trials right now that are going to do some amazing things and stuff. And so, I don't know about the diagnosing and things of that nature and stuff. I'm just trying to bring awareness to the importance of, because I mean it's a very violent game, a very dangerous game and stuff. And when I came along, obviously, the signs of a concussion were, how many fingers you got up, what year it is, and now at least they take your helmet away. You know what I mean? So they are making strides in the right directions. Obviously, the helmets have improved and stuff like that. I remember when they first started, it was just all leather, and then they went to suspension, and then they had the cushions in there, and then I don't know what it is now, but this whole big protective shield. So they realized that a lot of guys are being impacted. The signs may not be right away, but later on, and so we're trying to do everything we can to look out for our fellow and former players.
Marcus Allen with us. It must be cool for you to see sort of the rebirth this year of the glory of the running back. For the last 10 years, that everybody talks about how you can find them, and it just seems like the explosion this year with so many players having great years.
I never got sucked into that.
Oh, really?
No. I think what we get distracted, guys, by the wrong thing. I think what we've noticed is that not every team has a Lamar Jackson and a Jalen Hurts. That is an actual dual threat quarterback.
Right.
They got a lot of guys running that same system with a quarterback that's one-dimensional.
Right.
So why would you respect the quarterback to ever to run the ball?
Right.
You got running backs who are getting tackled in the backfield all the time. But if you got Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts, in addition to the running backs they had, dude, if you're a defensive end, you're frozen.
Right.
You're frozen. You don't know what to do. Because I mean, and I think right away, I think he should run the ball right away. I think he should take it and just keep it. Just set the tone.
Jalen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just set the tone. It's like, okay, I know you guys are going to stop him, but I'm going to run around the corner. As soon as you run around the corner, it's going to changes the game.
Then
they're going to hand it off. Absolutely.
What'd you think about Saquon's year this year?
An amazing year. I was actually, I know my boy Eric Dickerson, who's one of my best friends.
Yeah.
He's not going to like it, but
I know it.
I thought he should have, went after the record.
Yeah.
There it is.
And
Yeah.
I said it before. It's like, dude, it's your high school, dude. It's your coach. It's your lineman. It's the city. It's like, that's and everybody's going to talk about the amount of games and stuff like that. I mean, it's just when you get an opportunity like that, because they don't come around very often. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'd like to have some, break the record, but I'm not one that thinks about injury. I don't think about injury.
Right.
You can never think about that. You know what I mean? So
try to explain that to them.
Yeah. You got to play the game, dude. And he would have had it by the first quarter. I mean, and then go sit down.
Yeah, I knew it.
That's Brian.
That's exactly why I asked him.
But you know what? That's something, dude. That's for your dad. That's for your mom. That's for the name in the back of the jersey, dude. That's like, you know what I mean? It's
That's
like
a big one.
But it's at the same time. I mean, I've always loved his humility. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like he's a good dude. I met him this off season and talked to him. When he was going through his contract negotiations and stuff like that, and he was just as genuine and real as it got. Didn't come across cocky or anything like that. Was just a great guy. So to see him have that success, and then to see him the way, to me, he runs down the field when his fellow running back gets his first touchdown, says a lot about who he is and stuff like that. So it's like, I wouldn't say most guys, but there's some guys who would just sit on the bench and be thrilled with their own success, and not the guys who are in the room with him too. And he's great. He's great at that. So
I still remember as a kid, Marcus. It's not to age you, but I remember as a kid.
Well, you just did, buddy.
Yeah.
Super Bowl night.
All right.
You guys versus Washington.
Hey, you know what? I remember watching you, man. Right? I fell off my big wheel when you were playing.
Well, he ages us sometimes, so it's like this cycle of life.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
So I'm saying as a kid, right? That run you had in the Super Bowl, I believe it was Super Bowl 18.
Yes.
Yes, Super Bowl 18. It's still
very subtle.
One of the more iconic runs.
Very subtle drop.
No, I just want to be accurate with what I'm saying. It's one of the more iconic runs in Super Bowl history.
Thanks.
You reversing field, going back 74 yards to hit it.
You know what? I'm not supposed to remember that, but yes.
See, there you go. 74 yards, man.
No, I know.
Winning that championship and having that run in the game.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's one of the more iconic runs of Super Bowl history. You ever think back to that game that night?
Oh, it's
that
every
moment?
Super Bowl. They highlighted. They highlight the great plays of the Super Bowl, and then obviously being a Super Bowl MVP is another thing that they sort of promote during Super Bowl time and stuff. Listen here, all I could say was I was on a roll. The first game against the Steelers, I think I scored 2 touchdowns. I gained 121. Then the next game against scored a touchdown against the Seahawks and gained 154. And then that game, just 191. And I was just it was so I used the word several times, metaphysical. It's hard to explain, right?
Yeah.
I was in such a space, right, that I remember, and you would think that if you fumble the ball in the Super Bowl, it's like freaking panic time, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And I remember fumbling the ball, I think, on the third play. I think not the third play, maybe the third time that I touched it, I should say. And I'm not quite sure about that, but it was one of the earlier times that I touched it. And I remember the ball just rolling away in slow motion. I even saw the name Roselle on it, right? And my fullback jumped on it. And I just walked back to the huddle like it was like,
didn't bother you?
Didn't bother me at all.
Really?
No, I swear to you, it did not bother me.
That's crazy.
I walked back to the huddle like it was the play, like it never happened.
Yeah. You were in the zone.
Yeah, I was. And it was it was just interesting the way things happen and stuff, man. I just feel like I had eyes in the back of my head and stuff, and I just was aware of everybody in the stadium and knew where everybody in the field was and stuff. So, yeah.
Marcus Allen is with us now. 145 touchdowns, probably the greatest short yardage back in NFL
man,
history.
that goal line was his.
Now, so we've
Goal
never
line was his.
asked a running back this. I wanted to ask you about it. We've had I don't know the number, but Saquon has been stopped at the one on the long run like a huge number of times this year. And the Eagles run this play, and now the Bills run it, the tush push play.
Yeah.
As a running back, when you see the opportunity there for a running back that is now given to the quarterback with that play, do you ever look at that play and wince and say,
"Oh, I listen here. There are." I felt bad at times for Todd Christensen, who was our tight end.
Yeah.
Right.
And Todd wasn't the fastest guy. Sometimes he'd catch the ball and get caught at the 1 yard line or something like that.
Yeah.
And instead of obviously throwing Todd the ball and stuff, they would hand it to me, and and he would say, congratulations, and I would say that was my 98. So no, it's like, dude, I mean, yeah, you always want to get a guy, the ball to the guy that gets it down there and stuff, man. One of my more disappointing games of all time to watch was when, and I love the Fridge, but the fact that Walter Payton never got a touchdown.
That was here. That was in New Orleans.
Was it?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it was, right. And that he didn't score. And to me, it's like, with everything that Walter has done and meant to Chicago, for him not to get that opportunity was an abject failure to me. So yeah,
that bothered me.
Well, in that case, it's a little different. I mean, hey, it's a play that's effective, and I think Saquon doesn't care about touchdowns and stuff. I think he really doesn't. But in Walter's case, it was much larger.
Yeah.
It was Walter Payton who was maybe the standard at the game.
Yeah.
Not only on the field, but he was also the man of the year. I mean, he was much kind of larger than the game.
It was a sensation. It was like the Shaq of football.
Walter Payton, man of the year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, and for that, so there's sometimes that there's things that we should do that we don't do. Sometimes we get caught up in the game, and I know we're just trying to win the game, but I think there's a way to win the game too. That a certain guy's done certain things that you should reward him, but in that case, Saquon doesn't care about that stuff.
Well, Marcus Allen with us. We have a very confident city going into this game in Philadelphia. How do you look at this game?
Wait. Come on, dude.
I'm very confident.
Come on.
What do you think about the game on Sunday?
Do I look like Captain Obvious, dude? Listen here. This is the Eagles have maybe one of the best rosters in all of football.
Yes, sir.
Offense, defense, everything.
Yep.
But there are 4 times, I got to tell you, or at least 5 times I thought the Chiefs were going to lose. They find a way to win. And I got to tell you this. I was wrong. I thought the Eagles were going to be in the last Super Bowl.
Oh, really?
Yes. I thought they were. And you know what? They didn't. So you're going to have to beat these guys. They're not going to give you anything. All right? And they got one of the best coaches ever in the history of the game, that has done a phenomenal job. Andy Reid's done a phenomenal job. All right, guys.
Yep.
So, you know what? We as fans, we want to, we're intelligent people, that have opinions. But the reality is, it's like, I mean, I don't know who stayed up late last night, who's nervous, who's
right.
I don't know who broke curfew. I don't know any of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
if that's the case, we're just making these educated guesses and stuff. But something about the Chiefs, dude, you're going to have to beat them because they're not going to give it to you. Patrick just seems to make plays all the time.
Yeah, he's
And so
terrifying.
and so you're going to have to lean. You're going to have to lean on that. Hopefully it's a great game. That's all.
Well,
That's fair. He picked the Chiefs.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that the Chiefs are the defending champions.
Yeah.
Yep.
2
And
times.
not unless.
Yeah.
And again, remember, I picked the Eagles last time, and they didn't. I'm just like, dude, I thought they were going to dominate.
Yeah.
And after I think there was one, mishap, then it just
the
went.
one fumble, yeah.
Then it just went the other way. It was
Yeah.
like, wow.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Listen here, man. I'm a big, and I like Jalen too. I got a chance to meet Jalen at the Heisman Trophy winner ceremony. He's got a chance, talk to his parents and stuff like that, and spend a little time with him. Love him. Love everything about him. I think you guys got a great tight end. I think you guys got another Heisman Trophy winner, Smith, over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brown, you guys got a roster, but you know what? You got to go win it. It doesn't matter what. You got to go win.
It's true.
Yeah, you got to take it, dude. Free lunch costs $1.99.
Yeah.
You know what that means? Nothing's free.
Nothing's free.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
you like that, Jack? Free
Yeah.
lunch costs $1.99.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that one. Yes.
Well, man, thank you for the work you're doing.
Meaning there's nothing free in
Nothing
this world.
free.
You got to go take it, dude.
Good work on all the advocacy for
Thank you.
brain health,
Thank
and
Appreciate you guys
thank
allowing
you
us
so
to
much
come
for
on
your-
and promote that.
Thank you for
Thank
joining
you.
us, man.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
There he is.
Thank you.
The
Thank
great
you, brother.
Marcus
The great
Allen.
Marcus
The
Allen,
great
brother.
Marcus Allen. Not Marcus Hayes. Marcus Hayes does not join us next. Mike Mayock joins us next. This is the WIP Afternoon Show with Ike, Spike, and Fritz.
Hey, Super Bowl 59. One game, 2 teams, endless possibilities. And there's no better way to make every play more exciting than with FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge Casino. Now, whether you're predicting the first touchdown, who will take home the MVP trophy, or the coin toss, FanDuel makes it easy to place your bets and feel the thrill of every moment. With live betting all game long, you can jump into action, adjust your bets, and ride the wave of excitement from kickoff to the final whistle. Plus, to make the Super Bowl even sweeter, new customers can score $200 when you make your first bet. Just place a $5 bet, and if you win, you'll get $200 in bonus bets. Download the app or head to FanDuel.com/Ike and bet with FanDuel, official partner